Welcome in, everybody, to our basketball media days here on Jeffco Ed TV. Scott Griffin here, the play-by-play voice of Jeffco Ed TV, and we're glad you're with us as we'll have all 13 high schools, boys and girls, basketball today. Learn about the teams. Several players will be here. Obviously, each team will bring multiple players, coaches, and we'll find out what's going on with each team and give you an idea of what you can look forward to this basketball season. So we'll be going all the way to the late afternoon, obviously, with this deal with 26 coaches and several players. As we said, we'll take a break for lunch from noon to 1. We'll leave it up there for the live stream so you don't get lost on that and come back to that. But we'll do all that all day long until we get through with everybody today. So let's get started. Our first team is the Hueytown Golden Gophers. All right, in Hueytown, we'll start with the boys. The girls will be next, or the ladies, I should say. Coach Branham Daniels. Now, you'll see it says Benny. Do we have to get into that story, or should we can bypass that story? But Branham Daniels here, head coach, fourth season at Hueytown. Just talk a little bit about last year, your record, what you were, and then, kind of give us a synopsis what you lost and who's back this year.
I think we ended 15-17, lost in the sub-region game to Paul Bryant. Lost maybe 7 or 8 seniors, including point guard Braylon Patton to University of North Alabama. So wishing him well. Had a pretty good season, very tough competitive schedule, up and down year as far as wins and losses, but a pretty successful year for the guys. And then for this year, with all those guys graduating, we do have a nice group of seniors that came right back up, though. There were about 8 of them. I think we got 8 seniors right now. So
wow.
A lot of guys that have kind of been waiting for their opportunity, and they've really worked real hard this preseason to get ready. So I'm pretty excited to see what they're going to be able to do. That's
good, and let me introduce the players, and then we'll take questions. A.J. Smiley, the senior point guard, going left to right here as you are watching. Desmond Andrews, the senior shooting guard, is here. Michael Johnson, senior team captain, here, and then L.J. Pullins is a senior shooting guard, and that's your 4 seniors there. So what do these guys bring to the table for you?
It'll be a little bit different this year. We've usually kind of had an alpha, as you would say, kind of on the court. And this year is more of a basketball team by committee. This group is real scrappy defensively. They share the ball well. They're just tough, and it's going to be different to see us spread the ball around more and not just rely on 1 or 2 guys. It's going to be kind of a group, and that's kind of what they bring is. Instead of being me first type kids, they're really they really are family, and that's probably the best part about being with this group this year.
So we'll interject back and forth. So AJ, and then you get same question for everybody. When he gets through, you can go down the line. But AJ, is he right? You guys are so close. You feel like family and different things like that on the court.
Oh yes, sir. The chemistry has really went up this preseason.
What do you say, Desmond?
I say the same. We do a lot outside of just basketball, so yeah, I feel like we very, very close.
Is that important, you think, that you can hang with guys and it helps on the court?
Yes, sir.
What do you think, Michael?
I also agree on it, and we've been playing together for 4 years, so I really think the chemistry went up, and I think we could really play together. We could set a rock, and we do play really good defense.
LJ, you agree? Or?
No, I agree, because I feel like we all grew up with each other, so as time went on, we built a friendship, and I don't know, brothers to me. So yes, sir.
Did you? And we'll start with you on this. Do you feel like since you did grow up together, that you would have this time as you look back now, that you would have your buddies here being on the team with you?
Yes, sir. It feels great because I wouldn't want to do it with nobody else. I feel like if we do how far we get, however far we get, if we win, if we lose, we'll still be together. It'll be a great memory. So that's it.
Michael, you want to allow on that? Like, when you've got guys you've grown up with, not that you play harder or anything, but, it means more to you maybe, right?
It means more to me, yeah. To add on what he said, I do agree on, I wouldn't want to play with anybody else. This is the group I want to play with, and I stuck with them all 4 years, and I want to succeed with them throughout my senior year, and hopefully we make it very far.
So, good defensive team. Tell me about the team, what you see so far. You haven't played games yet. You don't get exhibition games, which is bad. They need to do that in high school, by the way. But what you see so far from practice?
Yeah, I mean, defensively, they're very scrappy. We typically do a mix of some matchup zones, some 2-3 zone, 3-quarter court, 1-3-1 press, mixing in a little bit of the typical, Birmingham buckyball type press. Full court, 94 feet. We've mixed into that they really like that. So we've mixed it in a lot to go with something that I typically do. Is I kind of get a feel for how they like to play, and don't just pigeonhole them into one little thing that I like to do. So defensively, they like to mix it up. They switch defenses quite a bit, so that's fun to watch. They do it on their own. They did it sometimes. We did scrimmage last week in the it's a BBOA referees clinic.
Okay.
And the good sign for me is if I'm thinking one defense and he calls out something different. I trust them to be able. They're on the floor, so I trust them to be able to see what. Now, if it doesn't work, then we'll call timeout. And I'll
Right.
get my way. But offensively, the same. We do a lot of. We run the old school triangle with the Bulls and the Lakers type stuff. We do a lot of chin and rub and some things like that. And they've all been doing it since they were freshmen. So it's really fun this year to watch them in practice, coach each other up, and they're 4 years into it now. So a lot more fluid movement with the ball. So the only thing this group, outside of Mike, they don't have a whole lot of they haven't been the guys on the floor that we rely on, but they've all been kind of chomping at the bit, waiting for their opportunity. So I think that's going to propel them into a better year for us.
AJ, what does that mean to you when your coach sits there and goes, if you call out a defense, I'm good with that? That's a great compliment. Yeah, well, on defense, if you call a defense that he doesn't call necessarily, what does that mean to you? That's
It means that he trusts us to be on the floor and call the right play. He has trusting us.
Desmond, you agree with that? If he lets you guys defend and.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of your region and how that's going to go? As much as you know about the other teams.
Yeah, we got a really tough region. I know that we have Macadorria and Bessemer City in our immediate area, but if we are fortunate enough to get out of that particular area, we still have Paul Bryant, Northridge. You have Pelham, Spain Park, Chelsea, Helena. It's a really, really competitive basketball region over there. Benjamin Russell, it's tough. But I think with the group of guys we got, and if they will, the X factor for them is going to be, can they stay together when things get rough? And I think we've seen some good in practice, some learning moments. So, but I think they really do have a chance within that region to make some noise. So hopefully we'll see.
How many guys will see the floor? Are you deep or?
Usually we get maybe 7 or 8 deep. With this group, it's kind of fun in practice. I think we can have 5-on-5 games and it's pretty even. So, we might be able to get 9, 10, 11, depends. With us mixing in more of that buckyball type press, you have to play more guys. So that's going to be a benefit for them is with us throwing in a different style a little bit, that's going to get more people off the bench, more opportunities to play for us.
You guys like the press, Michael?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about it?
What I like the press because it'll speed the opposing team up. We have a press called 41. I really like 41 because it really get them out of their place. So when they throw it to the corner, we mainly like the trap there. So I really like everything about 41. I love pressing teams because they really don't know what to do against it.
Yeah. Your schedule. Talk about that a little bit. It sounds like you scheduled difficult on purpose.
Yeah, I don't want it to be too difficult, but yes, I do think we got Hartsville right out the gate next Thursday. Then we have Chelsea on Veterans Day, and then we turn around. We got Pelham at their place, third game of the season. They're very, very well coached, a very talented team. So I think that'll be good, and that's a possible team that we could see down the road in Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight if we're fortunate to get that far. So it's kind of good to kind of see what we're at against those guys early on. We typically have a few 7A games on the schedule. We have, I know we're going to be playing in the Sneaky Pete, so we might get a chance to see Vestavia. We already have them on the schedule, first game after the Christmas break. We have Hewitt twice, so we mix it around a little bit. I like to get them kind of out of our end of town sometimes, bring them back over the mountain a little bit because they don't see those guys very often.
Right.
And also there's a lot of my coaching friends over there too, so it's fun to see them get out of their comfort zone and play against a little bit better competition. I think last year we were able to get a couple 7A wins, which was nice for them to see what they're capable of. So I like to throw them in the fire a little bit. And is that
I mean,
goes.
you have to find out what you have, right?
Right. But I mean, with the 6A level, it's pretty loaded. I mean, you got Minor out there, you got Pelham, Spain Park, Mountain Brook, Pinson. 6A is pretty difficult. So it's hard around Birmingham to find. It's actually not hard to find really good competition. So this is good for them.
Yeah. Are people willing to schedule you? Because sometimes that's a booger bear, right? I mean,
It gets a little difficult sometimes, but I mean, it's not hard. It's not that hard. I like to we just play somebody here that, like, we're going to start off with Hartsville this year at home, and we're going to go to their place next year. So that's kind of out the way. That's pretty easy. Minor out there, we got them twice every year, so that's fun.
yeah. And then talk about Jeffco Ed teams.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you like to schedule those together. We do a ton of them, obviously, and that's a good thing for you,
Yeah.
even if they're not in your region?
Yeah. I mean, we're going to go over there and play in the Caleb White Classic over there, and we're going to be playing, I think, at Percy Julian on a Saturday. But just to be around Coach Barber and his guys and that environment will be fun. We haven't had a chance to do that yet. Being from Huntsville, I'm not used to having to drive 40 minutes to play a game because everybody in Huntsville is 15, 20 minutes away.
Right,
So here it's a little different. Going to Hewitt is a long drive for us. So, but yes, the Jeffco Ed teams are very talented. I mean, obviously, McAdory is our biggest rival. Those have been some fun games over the past 3 years. So hopefully that continues.
Is the growth of Hueytown basketball the way you want it right now, as far as student interest and
Yeah, I mean,
town interest? And
it's-
I know it can always be better, but
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, this group right here, they were all freshmen when I got here, and like Mike, for instance, he was nowhere near what he is now. So to see the growth in him is probably the best part for me, is seeing how a kid can go from struggling the way he did to now being our team captain. That's just kind of a testament to them and the way they were raised by their parents and what they've done as men.
it's great stuff. We wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you so much.
All to you guys, too.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Again, A.J. Smiley, Desmond Andrews, Michael Johnson, L.J. Pullins, and Branham Daniels. Don't call him Benny, the head coach of Hueytown. We got the girls coming up in just a second. Time for the Hueytown girls with head coach Deanna Steele and the players left to right as you are viewing them. Natalia Fitz, who's a senior, and then Shadavia Harris, who's a senior. So there they are, and we'll start with Deanna Steele. Just an opening comment again on what your team did last year, record of playoffs, if you remember, all those kind of things, and then what you lost and what you got back this year. Kind of a general overview.
Last year we went 13-16. We were regular season area champs, tournament champs. We played Paul Bryan, punched that ticket with sub-region. Made it to first round of regionals where we lost to Chelsea. We're losing guard Joy Minifield to Coastal Alabama, Tiana Sellers, post player, and Madison Griffin. The bulk of our team is still coming back, a lot of kids with experience. We got a lot of 10th and 11th graders. Only 2 seniors on the team this year, so we got a good amount of kids coming back that actually have experience.
So you got a pretty young team,
Yes.
but an experienced team. So
Right.
that's really good. So give me a overview of what kind of players come back. Are they defensive minded? Are they quicker, or is it you got a combination of everything?
Right now, we're pretty in a good spot. We got a good combination of everything. We got a good amount of defensive players. This year is going to be a little different. We're pretty big in the paint, where we used to be guard heavy. But we got a lot of post players and we got a couple kids that can go both ways. That can do that small forward and shooting guard position and handle the basketball. So we're looking to be all around this year.
So most coaches have a deep Rolodex, right? So it sounds like and in high school, you get what you get. You could be small, quick. You could be, like you said, you got a couple of post players. So do you change what you do depending on who's with you on, what kind of team that you have?
We tweak things here and there, but for the most part, we run a system. We stick to the system. We try to get the kids to learn the system inside and out, like know it in your sleep. So like as they go through the years, we just tweak depending on what players we got here and there. But for the bulk, everything is the same. We just change things here and there.
All right, so, and we'll go back and forth with coach and players instead of you guys just sitting there. Natalia, tell me your feel for the team so far this year, what you see in practice.
This year, I believe we got a chance to go to state. My teammates and we are very competitive. I feel when it comes down to a challenge, we don't back down. And, yeah.
Are you a close team, you think?
Mhm.
Pretty close?
We're very close.
You do things off the court?
Mhm.
That's it. These guys talked about it, the boys, but to me, with girls, it's even more important. If you're close off the court, I think it translates on the court. You agree with that?
We have a nice bond of sisterhood. We stay together. Like, we can go somewhere, you go there with
Yeah.
the same people, leave with the same people. That's pretty much how we are. We're close.
I got you. Shanavia Harris is a senior, and Shanavia was telling me she came in from Hale County. So kind of talk about your move personally a little bit, and then, getting integrated into a team that's been to the playoffs, and you're kind of the new person and what you're seeing.
So I personally moved for better opportunities since it's a very big move coming from the country to a very popular city.
Yeah.
So I've been getting pretty much that, and the team is very welcoming. It's very easy to bond with them, and they're very nice. And I feel like I'm gonna have a very good year this year. I feel like this is probably gonna be one of my best years.
That's good. That's kind of weird, though, that you are, I think it speaks well, and Deanna can talk about it in just a second, that this is your first year, you're a senior, and here you are, she chose you to come talk today. That's quite a compliment, I think.
Thank you.
So what's been the key to getting to know everybody, or it's just been easy?
Well, I first had to, before I could really bond with them and learn how they work on the court, I had to talk to them outside of, just being on the court, starting conversations with them, just walking throughout the school, having team bonding, that's very important. And I really feel like I have a very good feel on how they play. Just from playing 5-on-5, doing, working skills with them, I feel like I have a very good understanding on how they will play in the court in a real game.
What do you think, Deanna? Here you got a player that, again, quite a compliment for you to bring somebody new here.
Yes, Shanavia came in. She's been doing a good job of earning a spot here on the team, bonding with everybody. Everybody actually welcomed her in, but they took it pretty hard on her, and they challenged her, and she stepped up to the challenge. It all started in the summer. We go to summer camps and all those things, and those things really, really, really matter and really, really help with the bonding.
All right, so before we talk more about the team in general, tell me each person, Natalia and Shanavia, what do you see in Natalia? What's her play like? And then go to Shanavia.
Natalia's going to be one of our top leaders. She's one of the talkers. She's going to be very vocal on the floor, so she's going to bring that aspect. She's the energy for the team. When we talk about Nay comes right in after her. She's not too far behind her. Nats, they're talking. Nays, they're talking. Their presence is big. Their voice is big, and they lead by example.
Yeah. So, what is your philosophy on play? Do you try to play quick? Do you try to, is it defense first, or give people an idea of what your core is?
Yes, this year we're definitely looking to have a high motor. Even though, like I said, we got a good amount of post players and we're big, but they're also fast. So we're going to be present. We're going to be running the floor. We're looking for fast break opportunities. So we're looking to have a high motor this year.
How deep can you go, you think?
Again,
so far,
with
I know it's early, but
right. Again, with that high motor, like I said earlier, we got some kids with experience. So it's endless possibilities. Just as long as the kids come with a good attitude and willing to put in the effort, it's endless how far we can go deep into the bench.
what is your philosophy on scheduling? You try to schedule some difficult ones too?
Yes, like Coach said earlier, we play all teams from Chelsea to our area, McAdory, all the way up to Hueytown. So we want to expose the kids to every different types of play, especially when we get down into that championship regional play and everything. We start crossing with teams out of Montgomery and all those higher counties here in Alabama. We want them to see all types of play, so we try to schedule teams of all calibers.
Yeah, because not everybody plays quick, right? So
Right.
you got to see, that's the beauty of this sport. You got to expose them to slow play, half-court play, full-court
Right.
play, all those things that you already know about. Are you in any holiday tournaments to speak of?
We're going to be going over to Pleasant Grove for Thanksgiving, and we're actually doing our own thing at Hueytown High School on December the 20th for Christmas.
Oh, really? What's that one?
So first annual Christmas tournament, we're getting it started.
First one?
Yes.
So who's in that?
It's going to be us, Paul Bryan. We're looking at Footendale, Pleasant Grove, and Central Tuscaloosa.
That's great. And it's just called the Christmas tournament.
Yep.
Oh, that's very good. We'll make a note of that. Give us an idea. You said these are only two seniors, but everybody else has played. Have they played a lot on the varsity, or they played some junior varsity, then now they've come up? Or
Yes, we still have kids like Natalia Matthews. That's a starter coming back from last year as well. She's going to be coming in 11th grade. She's been here since 9th grade. So again, a lot of experience there. That kid averages about 10 points a game. So she's going to be another big kid for us. We also have Alyssa Bunkley. She's one of those two-way players that I talked about that can play inside the post and can play outside. She has some handles. She did very, very well getting boards and things for us last year, so we're looking for her to be very big as well. We got kids that are going to be filling in spots, just kind of stepping up, like Paris Hamilton and Tori. Those kids are going to be stepping up. They're going to be very defensive for us. So we got some kids that's looking to not only just step in and fill some shoes, but kind of to show some people, hey, I can carry the load as well.
a coach is never satisfied, obviously, we understand that. But tell me where you are now. Do you like the way things are going right now? And you really never know till you get a few games under your belt,
right now we're still pinning the puzzle pieces together, of course. We're still moving the things around, trying to figure out what the final product we want to be. We do have a lot of kids that also play volleyball and flag, so just getting those kids on in now, since those seasons are coming up to an end, trying to figure out where they fit in as well.
Finally, Natalia and Shanavia, do you like your team and what you think the potential is for this year?
Yes, I love my team actually. I feel once we get going, it's very hard to stop us. So
Same for me. I feel like they're extremely competitive. Like, it's amazing how we could be so low before practice, and we come into practice, we start doing plays and scrambling against each other, and it's like their emotions blow up there. It's extreme for me.
That's a good thing, though. So I love to ask this question of seniors, and we can start with you and then go to you. Has it dawned on you yet, your last go around here? I mean, whether you play college or not, it's your last year of senior in basketball. So each practice is gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. I'm sure the coaches already preached that to you, right? So has that dawned on you yet or not really?
I've thought about it from time to time. I don't like to think about it a lot. I don't like to dwell on it, but Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt because me personally, I love basketball.
Yeah.
It's my favorite sport. It was the first sport I ever played, so I have kind of like a connection to it. But I feel like it's not gonna be that bad. I'm gonna enjoy my year. I can look at the good times throughout the years that I've had and think about those instead of thinking about, oh, this is my last game. This is the last time I'll practice. I feel like it won't be that bad.
Sometimes that can fuel you, though. And Natalia, what do you think? I mean, is that a good thing? I know it's kind of sad too, to your point, but it can also be a good thing knowing, hey, man, we got to get it going here.
It's good and bad at the same time. It's good because basketball has taught me how to mature as a person, and it taught me real world situations and how to solve them. But at the same time, playing with my teammates and getting to know my coaches and knowing from where I came from to now, it's been hard.
Well, we wish you guys great luck this year, Coach Steele and you guys, and we look forward to seeing you on Jeff Coed TV. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
That's the Hueytown girls. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. Welcome back here to Jeff Coed TV Media Days. We have the minor boys here now. Coach Isaiah Hill is here, and we introduce the players as we go. Isaiah McLean to his left, then Royan Spears, and then, of course, Carmelo Burrows. So we'll get to those guys in just a moment. All those guys are seniors, and we're glad you're here today. Isaiah, what we usually do is start off, tell me a little bit about last year, your team record, made the playoffs, what kind of team you were, and then what you see transitioning to this year.
Yes, sir. Well, last year we were a 22-18, and we was, I think, currently ranked, finished number 4 in the state in 6A. So our crossover was a 1A. I mean, ranked number 1 team in the state, which was Huffman at the time. And so, like I said, it's part of the game. You got wins and losses. So whenever you got 2 great teams meeting that early, somebody got to lose, and just unfortunately, it was us. But I'm returning everyone really on the loss was really 1 senior, and anytime you can have 5 guys with 5 scholarships this year, it's special. So,
very special. So talk about some of those guys and what kind of players. I know Isaiah's here and Royan's here too. So
Isaiah McLean, mine is all-time leading scorers. So you know he's part of history. So now we're just trying to go reach another step in history. But he's a special player. 3-level scorer, smartest person on the floor. He actually smarter than a lot of coaches. So, like I said, he has a bright future. Royan Spears, very athletic, 6'4" guard. He's going to also be able to play at the next level. Carmelo Burrows here, a 3-and-D guy, does all the dirty work, can really shoot, can really play, can really think. So we have a special team here.
A very good team. So how many deep can you go? Give me your style of play and how many deep you think you got?
Well, in the past, you know, we was only able to go 7, 8 deep, but with this team with so much experience, we actually go 10 deep, 10, 11, and that's a luxury where you can have bigs, guards, small ball, big ball, you got wings, so you kind of can do whatever, a good blend, so it doesn't really matter the style.
Do you want them to play quick and take the first good shot, or do you like to?
Well, it's based on identity and shot selection. So based on your role on the team, that's what's going on. If Isaiah McLean has an open shot, he's gonna get fussed at for not shooting that shot.
Right.
If Royan has an open shot, he's gonna get fussed at for not shooting that shot. If Melo at the end has an open shot, he's gonna get fussed at for not shooting that shot, because these are players who have a proven track record of winning and also making big time shots.
Right guys taking the right shot.
Yes, sir.
So
Playing the right way.
Get it. So we'll interject players with Coach. We'll come back to each one. Let's start with Isaiah. Tell me about what you think your style of play is. Give me an idea of some of the schools looking at you right now.
The team style play is really kind of defense first. A lot of full court trapping, a lot of man-to-man defense, fast-paced kind of game. A a lot of the schools looking for real is D2 and all of that.
Any in-state?
Yes, UAH.
UAH, very good school. Who else?
West Alabama,
West
A&M.
Alabama.
He has a Division One. So a couple of
Alabama
Division
A&M,
One schools
yeah.
looking at him. So
Gotcha.
it's high D2, low D1, as
Yeah.
they say. But he has a lot of opportunity.
I got you. What about Royan?
What was the question again?
Talk about yourself a little bit, what you think you are as a player, and then the school's looking at you.
I think I'm a facilitator. I can score when needed, or I can just get my team involved and just make the right decision. A defensive first type of guy.
What school's looking at you?
D2, some D1s, and some mid majors in Alabama.
Can you throw some names out there?
What are the names?
Ecclesia, you have Ecclesia. He has an offer from Ecclesia. Calhoun gave him an offer. Belleville gave him an offer. Right now we have Jackson State looking. They're looking at him. That's Division One as well. So we have a lot of schools right now who are looking at him. He has about 5 offers.
Right.
Royan has about 5 offers. So they're in a good place right now.
Good. Let's go to Carmelo, who's another senior guard. Tell me what your style of play is.
Style of play, yeah, like you said, really defense, rebounding, making the open shots, really get my team involved as well, things like that, really, yeah.
So how many seniors are on this team?
6 seniors this year and 6 juniors.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
very experienced, obviously.
Yes,
and
these guys
great
have been
balance.
starting since they was freshmen.
Yeah, I mean that's invaluable. I'm sure you took your lumps then. The lumps pay off to.
Yeah, yes, sir. They pay. It's paying off now.
Yeah. So what did they do right last year to get you 22 wins? What's got to happen for you guys to play right, in your opinion?
Team concept, as far as playing hard, guys playing the right way, communicating, being disciplined. Discipline is number one here. So our main focus every year has been discipline, getting the guy discipline to understand this is a team game. It's not about self. It's about program first, team second, self last. So just instilling that every single day in practice, it's been a journey. And it was a lot of pushback when I got here about that because they want to do it their way, but there's they saw that they can do it the Mountain way.
Well, and then when you have success,
it kind of
it sells
it's a different
itself,
buy-in.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and these guys having seen it, when you got 6 that played major roles last year and they've seen it.
Yes, sir. So
that's big. So and we'll go back down the road. Do you agree with that? With the success you saw last year, kind of easy to go along with that, right?
Yeah, very.
What do you think the key to the success is from your guys' standpoint?
The key to success is just really everybody just playing together. Really everybody just locking in as one, playing good defense, and that's really it. If we are together, we can't lose.
What do you think, Royan?
I think it's just being together and just being disciplined on the court.
Are you guys close?
Yes, sir.
As a team, do you do stuff beyond hoops?
Yes, sir.
Like video games, hanging out, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Typical team stuff, right? I got you. Let's go to Isaiah. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. As long as we play together, we always see each other outside of school. So I mean, really just family. Just keep it tight. We'll be straight.
All right, Coach. Talk about your scheduling philosophy. I'm sure you're trying to schedule and getting these guys ramped up.
Yeah, it's been really hard to schedule this season because nobody want to play you. So we had to go national this year. So we played a lot of teams out of Atlanta, Georgia, North Carolina, Florida. So we got to do a national thing.
Like going to some holiday tournaments?
Yes, sir, holiday tournaments. But we also host the biggest Veterans Day tournament in the state on November the 11th. So we do a good job of that every single year. We have Huffman, we have Clay, we have Oxford, we have us, we have John Carroll, Hayden, Thompson. So it's a real big thing there.
So how many teams total in that one?
We have 3 girls game, 5 boys game. So it's an all-day event from 9 in the morning to 9 at night.
It's a one-day event, but
yes,
you
sir,
just play all day.
Yeah, it's a classic. So it's a one game thing, but it's normally a big thing, and you get a lot of good competition.
Yeah, that's huge. Give me some ideas about the out-of-state teams.
Out-of-state teams we play this year is Independence High School out of North Carolina. I think they are the number 3 ranked team out of there. And we also play Kell High School. They won 2 straight state championships. And we play, the other school is Calhoun City out of Mississippi.
Okay. And obviously the point is iron sharpens iron, right?
Yes, sir. Iron sharpens iron. You know, as you know, as the kids say, we're not ducking anything.
Right.
This year. We can't if we want to get there.
So if things go awry on the court, what's happening? You guys are taking bad shots, or what do you got to do to play right? And then what do you know when things are not going well? What do you see from this team?
If things going right, it's a lot of encouragement going on, and I said guys taking the open shot, not forcing anything. If things going bad, we start to play selfish. So we can't play selfish at all. If things going right or wrong, we still got to play the right way. And that be the same team.
And that falls on seniors, right?
Yes, sir.
You can coach, and I think it's always a great dynamic in basketball because you can
Right.
coach and scream from the sidelines. But at some point, you probably agree with this, the team has to make decisions too because they're playing,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
You guys agree with that? That it falls on you guys?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about this team, Isaiah?
I don't know. It's like we just get along together, play well together. It's real competitive. The team good. I don't know. Just feel like a family.
That's good stuff. Royan, what do you think you guys got to do to be successful? You agree with what Coach said?
Yes,
Share
sir.
the ball, good shots.
Yeah, we just gotta communicate on and off the court. You know, we just gotta bond, be a family, and just a whole.
Carmelo, same thing.
Yeah, I agree. Cause we gotta just be all in one.
Is everybody pretty good defensively on this team?
Yes, sir.
I got you. Well, we wish you great luck. I mean, 22-8 is going to be a hard one to come back from, but it ain't all about the record, right? So,
Yes, no, sir. It's not all about
but
the
if you
record.
play well, you should be right there, top 10, 6A, right?
Yes, sir.
But not braggadocious, just
Right.
fact.
Right. If we play well, we should be right there, mid-pack. So we should be ready to go. Like I say, whenever time you have a 6'6", and another 6'6" can sub them out, you know that's a luxury in high school.
Absolutely. Well, good luck, and we'll be doing some of y'all's games this year, and we appreciate you guys coming to hang out today.
Thank you.
That's the minor high school boys, again, number 4 in 6A last year. We'll take a little break. The minor girls will come on next. Welcome back to Jeff Go Ed TV. Our basketball media days continues. The minor girls here with Coach Atar Barnes in her 4th year with the minor Tigers. And the players that are here, we have a sophomore. That's rare to see going left to right, as you see. Ari McElroy, a sophomore. Janiyah Mines, the senior in the middle. And then Camille Felder, the junior, right here. And we'll be interspersing questions again. And Coach Atar, thanks for being here, your 4th year. What have you tried to build there in your 4th year? You should have a decent hold on what you've got and what you're trying to instill in your team.
I have to say first would be accountability. Building accountability amongst themselves, amongst each player to hold themselves to a higher standard, and also camaraderie amongst teammates, to build it more of a family and have a family mentality. So that the close-knitness, even the parents, the support of the community will all feed into the program.
Gotcha. Talk about what you did last year, what you lost, and what you got coming back this year. Get an overview.
Last year we were very young. Last year we had a roster full of juniors and sophomores, a couple of freshmen sprinkled in. So this year, fortunately, we didn't lose anybody. So we brought everybody back. I have 6 seniors this year.
Wow.
Along with 2 sophomores. I actually have a middle school. I have an 8th grader that'll also be playing up that can contribute as well. And so we've just focused on what our weaknesses were from last year, what we needed to work on, and we worked on strengthening those weaknesses and also maintaining our strengths.
So give us your style of play, your philosophy, that kind of thing on basketball.
We're defensive philosophy. Defense comes first, hustle, effort. That comes from before you can even put a point on the board. We want you to make sure that you're hustling, you're giving effort, and you're executing what we're asking you to do. And we want to pick up the pace, play a much faster pace than we did last year, as much as we can.
Is that because of roster depth, or
Yes, roster
you
depth.
feel like you got 9 or 10 that can possibly?
I feel like every girl that will be suited up will contribute in each game on the floor.
Okay. Did you have that in your coaching Rolodex, so to speak, or have you sought to figure out how to play faster from other coaches? Because I know it's a constant communication with coaches, right? So.
Right. Constantly studying, because if you're a coach, if you're a player, you have to constantly study the game as well. You're watching film, not just your high school. You're watching other high schools, trying to see, you know how did they implement this or how did they implement that, and so just taking notes from different programs to put it together, sort of fall over with the pieces that I have, because I have to have the right pieces in order to do certain things. And so we will focus on mixing our groups up, so it won't, necessarily be the same 5 every time. Depending on what we need, the strategy that we're looking for would depend upon which 5 we mix together.
So what do you see? Again, there's no exhibition games, which is bad, but what do you see as much as you can pick up from practice about where you are as a team, what you like, what you got to work on, that kind of thing?
The main thing with us, and I think it's maybe across the board with girls, is just to really, really focus on the mental and the emotional piece, because I think physically we're fine. We just have to make sure we keep our heads on straight and make sure, we don't get too down on ourselves, and just build each other up and motivate each other.
You girl, listen, and we'll go down the line here with the same question. Ari, so you agree with that? What do you see from your team so far in practices?
I see. I think we'll have a good season. I feel like everybody locked in and ready just to compete and do what needs to be done.
Is it a good defensive team?
I think so.
You think? Is that fit your personality to think defense first? And
Yeah, defense first. Defense wins games.
Gotcha. So let's go to Janiyah. And what do you see, and what's your feel for your team so far?
I feel like same thing that Ari said. Like, we doing better as a defensive team. Like, our defense got way better from last year, so I feel like we gonna get it far by our defense.
So you've been here all 4 years that Coach Barnes has been here. So
No, sir.
Oh, you haven't?
No, sir.
So what's your story? Did you transfer in? Or?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
from
where?
Parker.
From Parker.
Yes,
Just
sir.
for this year?
Last year, too.
Last year. Okay. So what did you find from last year to now about this team, about the way she coaches?
From last year, the coach from Parker, she was a good coach, but I didn't fit on her team. So when I came to minor, me and Coach Barnes, we locked in together, and I feel like she's a better coach than the coach that was at Parker.
What is it about her that you're clicking with?
Coach Barnes, she let me go out there and she let me do my thing. Like, she doesn't control me as much. Like, she lets me play.
Which is what describe your
Like,
style?
I'm an offensive player. Like, I like to go to the goal. I like to shoot the ball. Like, when I was at Parker, I didn't get a chance to do all that. So when I came over here, she let me do my thing.
But you got to play defense first.
Yeah, I play defense too. I play defense too.
I'm kidding with you. So let's go to Camille and get her take on that. What do you see and feel from this team so far?
I feel like everybody ready to compete with anybody that we go up against. Defense-wise, we definitely ready for any team.
What she says about defense, you feel that every day?
Yes, sir.
That you've got to play to get on the court.
Yes, sir.
You feel like you guys are deep, 8, 9, 10
Yes, sir.
players that can play?
Yes, sir.
You like the fast pace she's talking about?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Do you guys agree with that? I mean, is that along with your philosophy on fits your style? Tell me about your scheduling thoughts, because obviously every coach has a scheduling philosophy and all that. How do you go about that?
I'm fortunate enough to where I have a relationship with our boys coach to where we can sit and talk together and think about, what each team has and what we need and what we're looking for in competition to have us ready for the postseason. And so between the both of us, we are looking for competitive games, where we can see where our team stands, and we can see basically how we suit up against other teams and other competitive teams. And so we kind of work together with that. And I pretty much kind of take his lead, on that. But we discuss the teams, what kind of teams we need to play, what we're looking for, no cookie cutter teams, to really give our kids that exposure and put them out there.
Yeah, because it's all about, and it sounds like you guys got to figure it out, you're coaching for the postseason, really, right?
Yes.
I mean, you obviously have to do well in the region to place, but you're really coaching to
Yes,
go in
extend the season
postseason.
out.
Yeah. Do you have any holiday tournaments to note of? or-
Yes, we participating in the Northridge Thanksgiving Classic in Northridge, and for Christmas we'll go down to the Gulf Coast Classic at the University of Mobile.
Oh, that'll be good. Okay. Any other teams locally in that, or?
There are some local teams. No, I don't think there's any teams from Birmingham per se. There are some Alabama teams, but there are also teams out of Florida, Mississippi, and Georgia that we're looking to compete against.
Was it a difficult, and we're taking a look at some of the, well, as soon as I said that, there I am. So we play some highlights over the things so people can see. Was it difficult building what you believe in at minor? And I'm sure there's obviously bumps in the road when you go anywhere new because everybody's got to fill you out, right? But what have you discovered over those 4 years of building this thing?
I think we have good support from our administrators. Our administrators wants us to do well. The parent support has been good. The community support is coming along. And so it was just, just honing in and standing your ground on the things that you believe in and things that you see best fits your team and your community and the environment.
Well, and I grew up on the west side, okay? A long time ago, obviously. But to me, the west side is still work ethic. Dirty is the wrong word, but work ethic, hard, tough. Is that what you're experiencing with the kids that you get? Not in a bad way, but in a good way, obviously.
I would say as far as the kids, because I'm not from here, I'm from Mobile.
Right.
And so I don't know the difference between the west side and the east side.
Yeah.
But however, there's certainly some work that we've done where we've had to get after it. And I haven't had a lot of, they're kids, so they're going to give you some pushback.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, if I just hone in and be consistent, they bought in.
Do you like how she coaches, Ari?
Yes, it's very tough.
Describe her style.
Conditioning, running,
First
hard,
thing.
work every day.
And does that jive with what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
I got you. Janiyah, you're the senior. This is your last go around. Is that, it's kind of a unique position. It's the last time you'll ever do this. You feel like you got to be a vocal leader and carry the coach's message?
Yes, sir.
In practice, how you try to do that?
I try to do that by when coach is yelling at my teammates, I try to pick their head up during practice so they won't have an attitude towards Coach Barnes.
Yeah. Because, it gets tough every day, right, when you're practicing every day.
Yes.
I totally get it.
Yeah, we're ready to play.
I totally get it. Camille, you think this team's got what it takes to do some damage this year?
Yes, sir.
Why do you feel that way?
Because I just see what everybody doing in practice, and I know it's gonna correlate to the game.
Is this a close team? You
Yes,
guys
sir.
do stuff off the court?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that, I know it's important to girls, right?
Yes, sir.
So feel like you got teammates and stuff on the court and off the court.
Yes, sir.
I got you. Well, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Good luck this season. I'm sure we'll be doing some of your games as well on Jeff Coed TV. And good luck as the season begins.
All right, thank you.
That's the minor girls. We'll take a brief break, come back with more in just a moment. All right, we're back here with Jeff Coed TV Media Days, basketball media days. Now on to Clay-Chalkville boys with Coach Christopher Richardson. And the players going left to right as we introduce them. DeMar Hinton, Jr., then Jaden Carson, senior forward, and then Thomas Tubbs. And we'll talk to all of them back and forth here. But Coach Chris, good to have you here. Tell us a little bit about your team from last year, so we get a feel for last year, what happened, playoffs record if you remember, and then what you got back, what you lost, what you got back, kind of an overview.
Last year we made a deep playoff run. We went to the Elite Eight.
Yep.
Had an awesome senior class with 3 of those guys playing on the collegiate level now. These guys played a huge part in that team. DeMar has been a 3-year starter 2-year starter. This will be his 3rd year starting on varsity. He made a huge impact on that team. Jaden Carson had some games where he started and he made a huge impact on that team. And Thomas Tubbs, going towards the end of the year, he ended up being our starting point guard on that team and played some huge minutes. We lost those 5 seniors last year, but the team that I have coming back are guys that's been a part of our program. They played on our freshman team, JV. Now they're stepping up in bigger roles on our varsity team. This would be a really special group.
Yeah. So what gives you that confidence? Is it their work ethic? Is there obviously there's got to be basketball talent too, but what's the intangibles that you like?
I think I'm pretty demanding as a coach. I angst for a lot from these guys, and they respond to me. So the way they've put out the work ethic through the off season, they've taken on challenges because they understand they have to grow in their roles from last year, and take on more that whether it's scoring, defending, leadership. I think these guys are responding to me throughout the off season. The way practices are going, I think they're taking on that leadership and doing what they need to do to take us to the next level.
So you get to the Elite Eight, and obviously that success, you hope, breeds success, where you have to be less repetitive about do this, do that, right? And it kind of, are you seeing that? And kind of describe what you're seeing.
I'm seeing it, and the great thing about having success and being so close and coming up short, you get to use that as fuel. So now days that they want to kind of slack up and take days off, I'm able to talk about how we came short last year, how we said we wanted to do better and finish the job this year. So we kind of just use that as fuel to the fire.
Now last year, I remember you had pretty good post play. You had good play everywhere, but you had some strong post guys. What's different about this team? Is it smaller a little bit, or?
We'll be a little bit smaller. Last year, I thought we had a lot of wings on our team, a lot of guys that can score the ball, can create for themselves. But this year, we'll have more point guards on the floor at a time. You have more guys that can create for others. I think we can be a little bit faster and more aggressive. So it's unique in its own way. Last year, I thought we had a lot of length on the floor. This year, we'll have more speed and more guys that can create for each other, and you'll see a different brand of basketball.
Will you play faster and pick up, or not necessarily?
I think when you say
without giving away secrets.
Without giving away secrets, I think you have to be versatile.
Yeah.
It's times where we'll be able to play fast, depending on who we're playing. It's times that we'll be able to slow the ball down and play a half-court game. I think with just building these guys' IQ, just being able to be versatile to what you need in each game, I think that's the key. But you will see us playing fast, and you'll see us slowing it down when we need to.
How many guys you feel comfortable in rotation right now? You got.
Right now, because Clay-Chalkville, we have a great football program that you may heard a little bit about.
I've seen them. They're pretty good.
We're missing some guys out of our rotation that's on the football field right now, and I hope they take it all the way.
So once they're back,
so the rotation, I think, is about 8 right now. But when those guys are added back in, I think we can get it to about 9 or 10. That's where I like to be.
Okay. Who on the football team will play?
Name's Christian Bennett.
Okay.
Cartier Barnes and Caleb Emerson.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to DeMar here, and then we'll pass it down. Just what do you see from this team right now in practice and everything? What's your feel?
I say my see for this team is most guys returning. So we have, I'll say last year we didn't have much camaraderie and team chemistry, but I feel this year we'll have a lot more of that. This year, that's really what I see for this team going on.
Where does that come from? Just growing up playing together, you think, or you just like each other? Or?
I say because we just be around each other a lot, like each other for real. We do stuff. We'll go to football games, hang out, that type of stuff. So that's why I say that.
What do you see on the team court-wise? You see defensively, work ethic. What's your feel?
I feel we see. No, I feel we're a defensive. This year we'll be a defensive first type of team. I feel that. See that. Work ethic, we stay in the gym, we'll work hard, we're scrappy this year. I say that.
All right, so let's go to Jaden. And it doesn't have to be the same answer, but whatever you honestly see.
Picking on what DeMar said, we really have a lot of chemistry together, and I feel like we play very well on the court together.
Where's that come from, you think?
A lot of it really grew up together, went to elementary school, all the way to high school now, and it really just picked up. And now in the court, it really shows that we really know each other.
Because you enjoy just playing together.
Yes, sir.
You've been playing since what, 7, 8, 9 maybe? Or what do you see on the team right now as far as strong characteristics? What do you think you do well?
I think what we do well is defensively. I feel like that's what our strongest point right now is, and being able to move the ball, not letting it stick. I feel like that's our biggest strong suit right now.
Was last year's success, now you guys have tasted it, right? So kind of talk about that, and then how I like that feeling, going to the Elite Eight, right? So I want to do it again.
Right. Just picking back up, just don't let the ball stick. I feel like we'll be that same team or even better than what we were last year.
Let's go to Thomas. Thomas, you came on at the end of last year. First of all, what fueled that for you? You kind of stayed the course and earned some minutes there at the end.
Yes, sir. It was hard, but, had to get the job done. Coming in behind the senior, it was really hard. Getting the minutes, doing good.
Why do you think you were rewarded with those minutes?
Coach probably saying what I was doing better than what was going on, getting good plays, then working hard, work at the defense, things like that.
So what do you see so far this year in practice?
We're like they were saying, defense-wise, we're good on defense, picking up the ball. We also can get better at the defense, but moving the ball, don't let it stick. Make sure we know our roles, where we at on the court.
Do you agree with the camaraderie thing these guys were talking about?
Yes, sir. Again, it's bonding and.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to put a value on that. Coach, you agree with that? That just guys that like each other playing with you. It kind of sounds simple, but it's real.
Yeah, it's real. I 100% agree with that. If you have to get along with your teammates, we just don't get on the floor with guys that you don't get along with and expect everything to just flow. So these guys on and off the court every day, just being around each other, just being friends first, that actually goes onto the court and it leads to our success.
Are you balanced offensively, or you have one or two and then everybody kind of fills in the gaps? Or tell me about that a little bit.
I believe we're pretty balanced. I think guys, and as the year go on, we'll grow more and more into our roles. But as far as being balanced, I think we can attack you from the inside. We can go from the outside. We can attack you in some different ways. So I would say we were balanced.
All right, let's go into scheduling, your philosophy on it, and then how you've scheduled this year.
I do peek ahead. I do like to peek ahead to the playoffs. I'm a person that goes game to game, and I want these guys to think game to game. But I always look at the road that we have to play in the playoffs, and I want teams that have similar styles and philosophies as those teams. So when I go to our scheduling, I definitely want to be battle tested. I want to play some teams that I feel that is really good around our state, some teams that may be over our head. And I like to test us against those teams. And then I like to play teams with similar styles to where we got to go up against them.
So give me an example, like who have you scheduled that's pretty difficult?
Hoover.
Okay.
This will be the second year in a row that I played Hoover. Last year, we already know
you got the return
the
game this year, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. This year, we'll also play Ramsey. Ramsey is always one of the top teams in 5A. We started the season off with Tuscaloosa County. Kurt Weeks does a fantastic job with those guys. That's a 7A opponent. other big games, we got Shades Valley. That's another Jefferson County school that they'll be pretty good this year. Let's see, tournament-wise, we'll go to the Metro tournament to where we'll get a chance to play on Sanford University floor, College Link floor, and we'll play Florence, who's a really good 7A team. We'll play Hillcrest, who's a really good 7A team. That I can think of right now on the top of my head is the teams that stand out. Those are some really. We'll play Plainview. That's a smaller school, but they're always right there at the top. Playoff team. I think we have a pretty good schedule that's going to prepare us for the road.
Any holiday tournaments?
We'll play that Metro tournament is after Christmas, right before New Year's. That'll take you into your
region play.
Your region play, your area play. During Thanksgiving, we'll have a good Vestavia tournament, the Sneaky Pete tournament. That's always pretty good. Teams from all around our state come to that. And those are 2 holiday tournaments. We don't have one before Christmas this year.
Final question: what has to go when you're going right? What's happening on the court?
When we're going right, I was happy to hear these guys talk about the defensive end. That's the hard part, I think, with basketball, teaching guys how important defense is. Everybody wants to shoot and score.
Sure.
But there's only one basketball and 5 players on the court at a time. So I think when things are going right, our guys are bought in to understand how important defense is. With not having a shot clock in high school basketball, sometimes you may get in a 40-point game and a 30-point game where defense is really, really important. As far as sharing the ball, I heard a few times from our guys, the ball don't need to stick. The ball is going to move. And I talked about how we have a lot of point guards on this team. So being able to share the ball and create for yourself and also understanding how to create for others. Shot selection is going to be huge for things to go right for this team.
And you brought up a great point as we wrap up. Your personal philosophy on the shot clock. Do we need it? Because that's obviously being talked about in the state.
I think we definitely need it. I think a lot of our guys, like I sent 3 guys to the college level last year, and I try to make sure I do all I can to get those guys prepared for that. And I understand that we have guys that majority of your guys will not play in college. But I think it'll do wonders for our game to where you can have an exciting brand of basketball. Everybody likes to talk about stall ball. I think that'll take that out of the game, that portion of that out of the game. But I think
especially in a tournament time.
That's right.
In state playoffs, right, when people want to do it, and it's just.
That's right. I've had college coaches that say, "Hey, I'm watching certain guys in the playoff time, and they come to one of those 30-point keep away games, and I just don't think it's fun to watch."
Yeah.
But I think the shot clock would definitely help our game.
Yeah, it's about the kids for sure.
That's right.
Guys, we appreciate it. Coach, Chris, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Clay-Chalkville boys, the girls are coming up in just a moment. Welcome back to Jeff Coed TV. Again, Basketball Media Days. We go to the Clay-Chalkville girls now. We introduce coach, a couple of players. Kelvin Connor is the head coach of the girls basketball team, and then a couple of sisters here. Not that you can't tell, since they look like twins. Are you guys twins?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are twins. Well, there you go. Madison Hale right here on the left, to the first left of Coach Connor, and then Mackenzie Hale, both sophomores, obviously, and guard. So we'll just go back and forth asking questions. I always start with how you did last year, what you lost on the team, what you got coming back, and kind of an overview.
Last year, I think our record ended up 15-13. It was, I don't want to call it a rebuilding year. We'd lost a big group the year before. We'd went 26-2, Sweet 16. The year before, we went to Elite 8 with a group of, that year was the seniors.
Yeah.
And lost to Hazel Green both years, and had a really good group. So last year, we had to replace a lot of them. And so we played 5 or 6, 7 freshmen. Our whole team was basically a couple of seniors and freshmen. So we kind of got off to a start having to, kind of redo some things and learn some things because we were so young. Last year, our play scheduled a little too hard. We played Hoover twice. We played Hewitt. We played Spring Garden. We played Mountain Brook. We played Chelsea. So basically, our schedule was as hard as it could get. And we went out there and competed, and they played their tails off, and we had a really good year. Like I said, the record wasn't as good as I'd wanted it to be, but like I said, that was probably my fault for the scheduling being so tough. I'm hoping that this year that allows us to be prepared now, because these guys are going to be sophomores and they're going to be ready to roll, and they've seen everything. Like I said, we played Hoover twice, and all those type teams.
Yeah.
So they're not going to see teams that's going to walk out there and it kind of intimidate them, or not being used to playing against tough competition. So last year was a good year for us, and I think it's going to make it to where this year we're going to have a really good year, because these young ladies have grown up. Now, saying that, we're still young. I think on this year's roster right now, out of our top 10 guys, we're probably going to play one senior, one junior, and the other 8 are going to be freshmen this year or sophomores.
But that have played a lot of basketball.
This sophomore group has played a lot, and then we got a freshman group coming up that's going to be just as good as this group. There's a couple of really talented freshmen we have that's going to be freshmen this year, and it's just going to be determined how fast they pick everything up, to where how much minutes they get early on. But that group's going to be really talented. So this year we're going to be good again. But I've been telling everybody, when this group's a senior and that freshman group's a junior, we're going to be as good as we've ever been. And so we got a really good group of young kids. It's just that they still are. I said, Mackenzie, this is going to be her second year starting, but she's still just a sophomore.
Yeah.
And Madison, she's still just going to be a sophomore. So, and they're both going to be starters and play major minutes. And Mackenzie's not going to come off the floor very much. And so we're still young, but we're fairly experienced. And once that freshman group that's behind them comes in and they get experience, we're going to be as talented as we've been. We're just still kind of young.
So to get minutes for you, what does that player got to do?
I tell them every day, if you can't guard, you can't defend, and know what to do on offense, you can't play. And so when we go out there, we do a good job of mixing defenses up. We don't, we're not just a man-to-man team or a zone team. We kind of mix and match based on who we're playing. And so the main thing is, can you go out there and guard and keep us competitive guarding? Because if you can guard and not turn the ball over, I can play you. Now, if you go out there and you can't guard, you turn the ball over too much, it's hard. And so the main thing is just play hard. And that's one thing I don't have to worry about. This is my 21st year coaching for boys and girls, and Mackenzie is the hardest working player I've ever coached, and it's not close. She goes in there and she runs that practice. I tell everybody, last year's a freshman, it was Mackenzie's team. We had seniors, it was Mackenzie's teams, because when your most talented player is your hardest working player, it makes it easy for me, but it also makes them other guys have to come along. I've been doing it a long time, and I've never had a kid work as hard as she does. She's just a flat-out winner.
All right, so let me interrupt and ask you guys about that. And let's start with Madison first, then Mackenzie. You agree with that about your sister? And obviously you worked hard enough to play a ton last year as well, right?
Yes, sir. I do think she's a very vocal player, because she does talk a lot during practice and stuff. So she really is the team, basically, really. Stop.
Does she talk a lot at the house, too? And It's hard to shut her up. But
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
See? Mackenzie, you can answer now to that.
I do think, I'm pretty much, even though I'm so young, I do think I'm one of the leaders on the team. And I do want, us to be a really great team. And for that to happen, I'm trying to influence the younger ones to come along so we can get as good as we can get,
Where does that come from? Is it parents? Is it, it's got to come from somewhere that you're kind of mature in the leadership deal.
Yeah, it just came honestly from home. Where I grew up, I had 3 siblings in the house. My mom wasn't there a whole lot, so we had to grow up and mature faster. And because of that, I think it just honestly really translated to the game of basketball.
Do you agree with that? Yeah. Madison?
Yes, sir, I do, honestly, because our mom really isn't there, because certain stuff happens, so she can't be there all the time. So we basically had to take over our household, basically.
And you lean on each other.
Yes, sir.
Do you see that in their play?
Oh, 100%. Like I said, Mackenzie, it'd be great for me to sit here and say, man, I've come in, I've influenced her, and I've got her. She walked out there day one as an 8th grader, and she's just different. And I'm not talking about, and I brag on her practice during the day to the other kids. And I always tell them, I said, I'm not talking about her dribbling. I'm not talking about her shooting. She's going to be a college basketball player. She is. But I don't talk about that. It's the leadership stuff. The kids know. I got seniors that played last year. They've been around, and she was a freshman, and they knew who kind of ran practice, who kind of ran the team. And like I said, it was just one of those things, some kids just got it. And like I said, where it came from, before I knew her and that type of stuff, I don't know. But when she got to high school, even as the 8th grader, you could tell she was just different. She was special. And we got a good group. It's not just Mackenzie. I mean, they come in and work. Like I said, we took out there last year with a bunch of freshmen. And like I said, Madison had to play a lot. We had other guys had to play a lot. And they work hard. Like I said, it's just a winning group. And so it's just easy to coach kids like that. I've coached talented teams that I had to beg to show up, beg to work hard, beg to play hard. And, you watch Mackenzie play at any time, you watch Madison play, those kids play hard. And so that's one of the things we kind of teach is, hey, play hard, defend, rebound, those type of things. We're going to push the ball, we're going to run, those type of things. But a lot of that, I can influence a little bit, I guess, but that's just stuff some kids got, and those two have it.
You don't have to coach effort.
Not with this group.
And how invaluable is that these days?
It's huge. And I said, I tell them at practice, like I said, they probably get tired of me hearing it because, Mackenzie gets tired of me saying it. She gets tired of me, when I bring her up, 'cause I can just see it in her eyes, coach, but I brag on her because it's just everything is hard. I've not one time ever had to take her out for effort. We might win, we might lose. She might score, she might not. But she's going to play hard. And she's back there talking and pointing the defense out and, running our practices. And so the one thing I think we've done well at Clay the last 4 or 5 years I've been there is they understand who we are. And we kind of have a culture of, on man-to-man, we're kind of a dribble drive team. We do this. In defense, we do this. And so, I joke all the time, I could not come to practice. I could just stay home today, and she could run it. And practice would be just fine. And that's when you've got a good group when, if I just sit down and say, all right, guys, y'all got it. Y'all fix this right here. They're going to fix it. And so it makes it easy when you got a bunch of assistant coaches right there beside you who go out there and play for you.
And that makes it easier to go deeper into what you want to do and really get schematic, I would think, in basketball, correct?
Exactly. And I said, it's just going to rub off. We got 2 really talented, going to be freshmen this year. They're going to be really good players, and they may start this year as freshmen, at least one of them probably. And, when you got guys like this above them, now it just makes it easier because they get to witness, they get to watch these guys go hard. And so now, even though right now they may not go as hard as they do, the culture is going to fix that, fairly quickly. And as soon as it does, and everybody's playing as hard as Mackenzie and Madison does, then all of a sudden, like you said, it comes just basketball. It's just X's and O's in. I don't have to worry about having to beg them to play hard, beg them to do this, beg them to show up. It's just that these guys want to work. Mackenzie got mad at me a couple weeks ago. It was a Thursday, and we're supposed to be doing something last block. We had something to do, and I said, look, y'all are off. And she said, Coach, we should be running. And she got on me because, hey, we should be running right now. I was like, I get it. We start practice Monday. It's the Thursday before practice starts. Y'all just chill today. Take a day off. Let me get some paperwork stuff done. All right, we'll get back tomorrow. Let y'all play. Then Monday we'll start practice. And she was upset with me. No, Coach, we got to run. So her and 5, 6 of them went up to bleachers and they ran stadiums while I was doing paperwork. Not because I made them, because that's who she is.
That's unheard of.
It is,
by the way.
It is
these days. So talk about your scheduling philosophy a little bit. What do you try to?
Well, last year, like I said, we played
did it crazy.
It was too hard. Like I said, it was Hoover, Hewitt, Ramsey, Mountain Brook, Chelsea, played midfield. Like, it was really tough. This year, we don't play quite the same teams. A couple teams are playing Chase Valley now, but we still got Ramsey on the schedule, playing them. We got Mountain Brook twice. We go to Pelham's tournament at Thanksgiving. We're going to Hoover's Big Orange at Christmas, and so it's still hard, but it's probably a little less than last year's. And sometimes it just works out that way, because last year when we played Spring Garden, it was in a little tournament classic type thing, and so it just kind of works itself out. Last year was just extremely hard, but I do think it's going to prepare us for this year. And the schedule's still tough. We still got Shades Valley, we got Huffman. We got a lot of good teams on our schedule, so it's still going to be tough. But truth be told, it's when you're doing high school basketball, a lot of it's who the boys are playing. We have to kind of work together with them sometimes too. Last year we didn't play Huffman. This year we are. Last year we didn't play Shades Valley. This year we are. So a lot of it's the boys have mixed in too. But it's going to be a really challenging schedule. Not quite as tough as last year, but still there's some really good teams in our schedule.
But you should challenge for the region, right?
Oh, well, we've won the area the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And so we coming back, I think, like I said, us and I don't want to say that, but we got a couple teams we got to compete with, and so we should be fighting right there with us in Gardendale and Pinson to have a chance. Only 3-team area, so 2 of you come out. And so last year, we beat Gardendale in the area championship game, went to the first round to Coleman, and it was a bad matchup. Like they were we felt like going in, we might be, have a chance to win the basketball game, but we're small, we were young, they were really long, and so they had, 6 foot, 6'1", and I thought the matchup was bad. And so we got out there and lost in a really close game. Mackenzie got in foul trouble. She had like 23 points, but I think the whole second quarter she was on the bench, in foul trouble because she got a lot of quick fouls, which really didn't happen most of the year. So that game she got in foul trouble and she had to see it, and she still had like 23.
Right.
And so and we lost by 3 or 4 points. And so, going in, it's still going to be, like I said, us, Gardendale, and Pinson competing for area. You got Mortimer, Jordan, that's, down the road, not in our area, but, you got Hazel Green, Hartselle. Those are the type teams we'll see, hopefully, when we get to Wallace.
We wish you great luck this year. Ladies, thank you for hanging out with us, too. We'll see you at some games.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yes, that's the Clay-Chalkville girls there. We'll have them on Jeffco Ed TV coming up. We'll take a break, come back. Oak Grove will be next. Welcome back here to our streaming again, Jeffco Ed TV, I assume on YouTube channel and everywhere we are streaming. We continue our basketball media days. Oak Grove here now. The boys will start with Coach Edward Etheridge is here as we look at the panel of coaches and players. Zayante Hubbard is next. He's a junior. Eli Hudson, a junior. And then Carson Griffiths is a sophomore. And we'll talk to those guys too. Edward, as you heard as we've gone along, tell us what you did last year, an overview of your team, what you lost, what you got coming back.
All right. Last year was it's my first year at Oak Grove, so principal hired me. He said, the basketball program's in a bad spot, and I didn't believe him that much. But
why didn't you believe him?
Everybody says that kind of stuff, but then when you get in there and you see it, it's like, okay.
He was right.
He was right. He was right. But we had 6 seniors last year. We lost 6 seniors. They taught these guys some valuable lessons that's going forward. We didn't have a great year last year, but we did get it pointed in the right direction. And so I'm excited to see how these guys do this year.
So what did you find when you were there? And we're not dinging anybody, but just what did you find, and what were you trying to implement?
Well, the commitment wasn't there. Kids would just come out just to play. Just, like senior year, this is my last year, I'm just going to play basketball this year. And so we had to put into place that at the end of this last year, we went ahead and did our tryouts at the end of the year and got our team set. And so we've been working all summer. Last year, you couldn't get them in the gym. Like these guys, you could get in the gym.
Yeah.
But seniors and guys like that, you couldn't get them in the gym. Now, this whole summer, these kids worked their tails off this summer. And it's going to show on the court.
So what are you looking for in a basketball player, first of all? When you say, I got the kind of guy I can coach and grow with, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for somebody that's committed, somebody that's going to takes pride in playing defense, hustles. They don't walk back on defense. I want somebody that's going to give you everything they have. And that's what I'm looking for. And I think I found a good group.
All right. So, and we'll go down the line and we'll bounce back and forth. Dejounte, you agree with that? It was kind of at a low point, and then I don't know if you played the whole time or you came out when he came out. And tell us your story a little bit.
Okay, so I was there originally. Whole summertime, it was kind of like just really us two and a few JV middle schoolers. And then all summer, the seniors wasn't in there for real. They were too busy goofing off and, just doing their own thing. And then when the season rolls around, they kind of just comes in and tries to, be the main part. And we had already worked our butts off for that whole summer. And so it was kind of like they were kind of against us, for real, because obviously the work was proven. Like we were kind of like the main part of the team, and it was they didn't really like us for real.
Yeah, I got you.
So the team wasn't
how it was supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying?
So was it
Everybody-
a welcome change when he came in and he spoke you guys' language? And
Well, I really feel like the seniors, like, so we've had 3 coaches in the last 3 years. So I feel like they just like, it's another new coach. He ain't gonna be here for long. So I didn't take him serious. We took him serious and we got to know him and he got to know us and we've clicked since then.
do you agree with that? And you can pass the mic down to Eli. Your take on that stuff.
I agree with him. Like last season, nobody was really out there to actually play. They were just out there for fun. And since they were just out there for fun, they didn't come through all the summer and stuff. When football ended, they were like, well, football's over. I ain't got nothing to do. I'll just go play basketball. And that was a lot of people on the team. So this year, whenever he did the tryouts at the end of the last season, he isn't doing any more tryouts except for people that were injured or are new to the school, so that they can't just like walk on after not going through all the summer stuff. And I think that'll really help us this year.
Makes you feel like you got
People who actually care.
accountability, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got some blood in the game, right?
Yes,
Skin
sir.
in the game. What do you think, Carson? You're a young guy on the team, but what did you see when Coach got here that attracted you, that made you want to play?
Yes, sir. I didn't play last year. This is my first year, but Coach has put a lot
So
of.
what made you want to come out?
Coach convinced me to. I thought I'd have a lot of fun, and I learned some stuff. And he's put a lot of effort into us, and he's invested a lot into us. And I think we're going to be better than we were last year.
So you're just a guy that was pretty good at basketball and just didn't play?
Yes, sir.
Really? And you guys knew it?
Yeah, we knew it.
And you just didn't want to, why didn't you want to come out?
I'm more of a baseball guy, but
Yeah.
I'm starting to like basketball.
Yeah. Get you in shape for baseball, if nothing else.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So what do you see from Coach?
I see that Coach is putting a lot of effort into us, and he really wants us to succeed. And we just got to go out there and put our effort into it, and we have to care about it.
Yeah.
Instead of like the last couple of years, they just walk out there, they don't care. We have to put our own effort into it and work for it.
What do you think when you hear all this?
It about brings a tear to your eye a little bit. I'm proud of these guys. Carson, he's playing point guard. He's an amazing point guard. And he's going to be a big difference maker for us. Now, like I told these guys, I told the other guys, I said, he's me on the floor. Me and him, we're thinking the same thing on the floor. So this is his show. This is Carson's show. He's a 10th grader, didn't play last year, but he's good. And we're building it from the bottom, too. Like our middle school, we're bringing these guys in with these guys all summer. The middle school kids, they don't miss. And so I think Oak Grove we're going to be something to reckon with in a few years, for sure.
When did you knew you had buy-in from these two cats?
I knew these two from immediately. I mean, when I opened the doors, they were there. Anytime the doors are open, they're there. And there's a couple other kids too. They're playing football right now.
Yeah.
One's a senior. Well, I got 2 seniors playing football, and that's the only 2 seniors we have. And then I have a couple other kids that's playing football that's going to be on varsity that's going to help us tremendously. But you know when the kids are bought in because they're going to be there. And they're not going to make excuses. They're not going to miss practice. I mean, we had to institute a rule last year where if you miss a practice, you have to sit out the next game. I've never had to do that, but we had to do it. And we won. We beat West Blockton. And then we come back to practice the next day, and I had 5 seniors didn't show up.
Wow.
And so the next game we played Fairfield. Well, these guys are looking at me saying, okay, the other coaches say stuff. Is he going to do it? Well, I sat him, and it wasn't a pretty turnout. But these guys learned, which is what I needed. And they're 100% bought in.
Have you noticed that the school has taken you seriously now?
Oh, yes,
Kids?
yes.
I'm going to guess excitement and interest
I think
has
so.
grown, right?
I think it's grown a whole lot more.
So how many people tried out when you first got there compared to like now?
Well, when we first got the first year, the kids, like, I was begging kids to sign up. They'll tell you, I was carrying my clipboard everywhere. Sign up, sign up, sign up. Couldn't get them to. After football was over, that we had the tryouts, and that's when, a bunch of kids came in. I think I cut 1 kid, and I took everyone else. And this year, we had a big turnout, and especially in our lower grades, we had to make 2 teams. We got a 7th grade team and an 8th grade team now.
And they didn't have that before?
No.
Wow.
So we got 26 kids in middle school playing.
That makes you feel good.
Oh, it's great. It's great. And the kids are buying in, the community's buying in, and the administration, they back you 100%. So parents have been great. I mean, it's been amazing.
So it's a work ethic place, right?
Oh, yeah.
And like I was talking earlier, I'm from the West Side, so and it's not a braggadocious thing. It's just fact. It's a work ethic place, and that is a great place to start with doing what you're doing, don't you think?
Yeah. And our football team has done great here recently. Our wrestling team is fantastic. Our baseball team is amazing, and wrestling, softball, and there's no reason why basketball can't be, and that's what I want to build.
Has that kind of been something for you, Zayante, that the other sports are good, or aren't we good? In basketball, was that kind of
I really feel like we weren't putting as much effort into basketball as they do the other sports, and they were putting in effort into football and doing a lot of stuff for football and baseball, and that's why, and wrestling, and that's why they turned out so well now. And we're just now starting to get into our groove for basketball, starting to do things differently than we have for the past few years.
Does it make you feel? I mean, because now you guys got a role, especially the juniors, from the standpoint of you're the building block now. You may not win a state title. Let's be realistic, but you can be instrumental in the building of something. I'm sure coaches talk to you about that, and just kind of tell me your take on that.
I feel like now, like a lot of kids do look up to us, and I feel like we can definitely be a good role model to show them what they need to, be at, the standard that he's gonna, help them to, and I just feel like we can be a good role model, and it'll help him in the future.
Yeah, and you still got 2 years. I mean, you guys are only juniors, right? Eli, what's your thoughts on that? Your take?
Well, like Coach was saying, pretty much everything else in the school is really good. Like, not just the physical sports, but like also band. They've won 7 state championships in a row. So it's like, I don't know if it's just because we've had so many coaches the past couple of years, nobody was taking it serious. And now that he's here, everybody is starting to. But just pretty much what they said, like, if everybody in the school starts having our back in basketball and like they do everything else, I feel like we can really make a difference and be way better than we were last year and surprise some folks this year.
Is there a difference in when you guys are walking down the hall and you feel, you know what I mean? You feel when somebody's...
I don't feel...
Not that you're cocky, you know what I'm saying?
Like last year, after a game, I'm going to be honest, it kind of felt like you didn't want to come to school because you knew what people were going to say. But this year, everybody's still saying the same thing, but you just like, all right, we'll see. Like, I feel like we're going to be 10 times better than last year in both, like, the way we carry ourselves and on the court.
All right, so what made you go out besides coach? I mean, you still had to go out. And are they correct? The perception was, I don't want to play for that, right? And then, but now you experienced a difference.
Yes, sir. I was kind of, I didn't really want to play, but I know that the seniors will be gone, and I know that they've worked hard, and I also wanted to work hard. I wanted to get better, physically and mentally, and I think that's why I decided to go out.
What made you feel good if these guys were like, come on, man?
I've seen them work hard, and I wanted to work hard too.
Yeah. Do you think this year you can do some damage? And
yes, sir.
You got that feeling?
Yes, sir.
Finally, Coach, you agree with that? I mean, I'm not putting you to predicting.
Yeah, I understand.
But just
I think we're going to surprise some people. Like I said, last year we started turning it to the right direction. We played Tuscaloosa Academy, who went to the championship game. At their place, they destroyed us. They came to our place and played, and at the end of the game, the coach came over and was like, Coach, that's a different team. And that makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, we're doing things right. So we put the work in. They put the work in. It's going to pay off. It has to pay off. I mean, there has no choice but to pay off. We're going to bust our tails. We're going to play defense, and we're going to get after people. And they're going to be in condition enough to do it.
We wish you good luck this year. We'll see you again.
We appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you. Edward Etheridge, Zayante Hubbard, Eli Hudson, Carson Griffiths. We'll take another break. We'll come back with the Oak Grove girls in just a second. Welcome back to Jeff Coed TV Media Days Basketball. Scott Griffin here, your play-by-play voice for Jeff Coed TV. Oak Grove girls now, so let's introduce the coach. Cody Costley is right there to his left, to our right as you view. Anna Franklin, who's a senior forward. Allie Ryan is the senior guard, and then Riley Gerard. Or is it Gerard or Gerard? Gerard. All right, so Riley Gerard is a junior guard here. Cody, we just heard the amazing story by Edward and the boys team. You've been here 4 years now. Did you have a similar kind of story, or what was your story when you got there for Oak Grove girls and what you've tried to implement for 4 years?
Yeah, before I took over, we hadn't had a lot of success at Oak Grove for girls basketball. So the first 2 years, we had 2 really good years. So we won more games than we ever had in school history, and last year we did not have as good of a year as we wanted to.
So why did you win at first? I mean, I know it's players, but why else that you figured out?
I think we had one of our seniors that we had that left last year. Her coming to Oak Grove really kind of changed our program, and the way that she practiced and played really set a good example for everybody else. And last year it wasn't that they didn't work hard. They worked really hard, and I was proud of the way that they worked and the way that they went about it every day. There was just a lot of games last year, like where we'd have a lead in the fourth quarter and we just wouldn't find a way to win. So going into this year, I would never blame them for not having success or anything like that. All of that is 100% on me. So this year, we've changed a little bit about the way we practice, and I think we do it a little bit more efficiently now. And we don't spend, we're not in the gym for 3 hours or way too long, but while we're in there, we're working, and I think the way that we structure it now, all the players are always involved in practice now, and there's not a lot of standing around and stuff like that. So
where'd you get that from?
Well, I kind of just evaluated, obviously it wasn't up to the standard that I wanted it to be last year. So, I kind of just looked at what I thought worked and what didn't. And I didn't think, in the end of those games last year, I thought that we were a little bit tired. So now our practices are a little bit more up-tempo and try to get everybody moving around a little bit more.
Conditioning and such like that. So if you play for if you're getting minutes, what are they doing right?
Well, first of all, if they don't play well on defense or they're not giving a lot of effort on defense, then they won't be on the court. So we build everything we do around our defense. And then offensively, we try to spread the ball around. But if you play well on defense, it's going to give you opportunities on the offensive end as well. So defense is something that and they'll probably tell you this too, that we spend a lot of time on our defensive schemes and the techniques you need to use for and stuff like that. So defense is a big part of our program.
All right, so let's go down the line. Anna, you first. You two guys will be able to speak to it. So what did you see when he got here? You were a freshman. What was the difference? What was the atmosphere for Oak Grove girls basketball? And then how's it grown, you think?
Before he got here, we had a previous coach, and she did a great job. But whenever he got here, it was more of a, like he said, a defensive thing. It was, you had to hustle, and it was a big defense. Like he says, that defense wins games. That we can try to form an offense, but it's mainly defense. And I think whenever he came here, the girls became closer, and we started to work together more, and we just started to give more effort and care about it. It wasn't just, going around and playing around. It was full of effort.
So what, in your estimation, what happened last year, not be able to close out games and such? Was that an experience or just one of those years? Or
I think when we had our previous senior left, we took a hard hit on that. We relied on her too much.
Gotcha.
She was a great player and a great part of our offense. Our defense didn't really take a fall. It was our offense because she was a big contribute to our offense. And I think when she left, we just didn't know what to do, and everybody's confidence rose when she was on the team. And then whenever she left, everyone's confidence dropped, and we just didn't know what to do to get that back up.
Let's pass it down to Allie. Your take, Allie, because you've been there. What did you see when you went out, and what have you seen as it's grown?
I definitely do feel like the previous player who left last year, I definitely do think she brought a lot to our team, but when she left, I feel like we had to figure out how to do it on our own and like grow confidence for ourselves. So we just weren't dependent on her. And I feel like when she was here, all we did was just kind of sit around the paint and just wait for her to do something. But defensively, as she said, we stuck it through. We were all right on that, but offense, that's where we were weak. But we definitely have improved, and our confidence has grown a lot, and we used to be a lot weaker.
Let's go to Riley and get your take. You're kind of the newer one as a junior, but you've been around too. So what have you seen?
Last year was my first year on varsity, so I didn't really I wasn't with the girl who was a big part of our offense. But I came in and the team was really good. We didn't have the dedication or drive on practices and stuff, so we really didn't get our practice in for the games, which made us fall behind. But we have a good team, and this year we have a good team together. It's a lot different from last year. We have a bunch of people who show up to practice and put in the work, and I think this year's going to be a drastic difference from last year. I think it's going to be a good year for us. We have a lot of dedication.
You agree with that, Cody?
I agree.
The balance.
Because last year, the senior that they've been talking about was not last year, the previous year. So after last year, we only had one senior graduate. So we have pretty much the entire team coming back. And I think now we have over half the team is a junior or a senior. And it's only 10th, 11th, 12th graders now. We don't have any 9th graders. So I think our team is more experienced now. And a lot of them, like they said, they had to play a different role last year. And maybe, I'm not going to say they weren't ready for it, but I think the experience that they gained from last year, learning experience, is going to help us out a ton. And I'll just say, off of the 2 weeks of practice we've had so far, that they've worked extremely hard, and there's definitely been a difference in the way that they practice. Because one thing I've been trying to preach to them is, we can't show up to the game and expect to play at a different level than we practice at. And I think that they've taken that seriously. And my goal now is I want to make practice, when they get to the game, I want them to think, well, we work harder than this at practice. This is a lot easier. So, we got a long way to go and a lot of work to do, but so far it's been really good.
It's like the UConn coach says, right? You got to practice here, because when you play, you're never going to reach the level
Absolutely.
of practice. You got to over practice to get that.
Absolutely. And I try to put them in situations in practice, when you get to the game, it's not always going to turn out like you think it will, and there's always things in a game that something bad's going to happen. All right, there could be somebody that you want to handle the ball a lot, and say they turn it over the first 3 possessions, or we get down 5 to 10 in the first quarter. So I think how we respond from that will really tell a lot about our team.
So tell me how you've tried to schedule.
I think our schedule, and Coach Etheridge has done a good job with our schedule. I think we have some games that we definitely can compete in. But as far as our schedule goes right now, in the preseason, I'm more worried about our team and worried about us just being the best that we can be. And when the games come, we'll worry about those when we get there.
Are you in any Thanksgiving, Christmas stuff?
We are. We're playing in a Thanksgiving tournament at Holy Spirit. host Tuscaloosa.
No Christmas or New Year's?
No Christmas.
I got you. If you do well, if you get a chance to make the playoffs and different things, what's happening?
Like I said, I think if we're able to respond to adversity, and I think, like I said, not every game is going to go the way that we want it to. It's not going to be perfect. Even games, if we play really, really well, there's always something that we can learn from. I think if we play on the defensive end of the floor like we should, I think that we'll be competitive in every game, and we'll see what happens from there.
You ladies agree? Anna?
I 100% agree. I think if we do what we're supposed to do and we continue to give effort, then we'll have an amazing season this year. And the goal is always to, do better than what we did in the previous year. And, of course, as a senior, I would love to make playoffs, but if that don't happen, then that's okay. I just want to be able to improve as a program and just continue to make improvement throughout the years.
It's your last go-around.
Yep.
Has that dawned on you yet?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's an emotional time. Like, I've been there. I've played basketball since the start, and I've tried to give the team what I could, the best I can, but I hope that I can give them what they need, and I hope that the younger kids, I gave them, and they see what they need to do and the standard that is for varsity. And I just hope that we can make it to playoffs this year and make a run for it.
Allie, what do you think?
Oh, gosh. I think we have a really good shot this year because everyone's been putting so much effort in at practice and everybody's been stepping up their roles. Like, my confidence has been so low, but this year I feel like I've been picking it up, and I've been lazy on defense, and I'm really trying to, do my best to, do better and trying to push everyone else too, because it's not just based on one person. We have to be a team together, or else it's not going to work.
Yeah. Has it dawned on you last go around?
Yeah, it's going to be really sad. I've already had to go through it for volleyball, and it was very emotional. And it's going to be fun, but sad at the same time.
I got you. Just make it the best you can. Riley, what do you think? You're the junior here, so you got to carry the best parts and then build on it next year too, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for this season. Well, looking back at last year and this year, just the team just looks at this season differently. I for sure see everybody's pushing each other. I've gained a lot of confidence, not just for working on it myself, but my team has a big part of it. They're always pushing me. We come to practice and we're at practice. We're there to work and put in time. And I think it's going to be a drastic change from last year, and I'm excited.
Well, we wish you guys great luck this year. Thanks for coming out. That's the Oak Grove girls here. So we'll take another break. We'll come back, and Center Point will be next on Jeff Coed TV Basketball Media Days. Welcome back to Jeff Coed TV, our basketball media days. Next, Center Point boys, Coach Rodney Jackson here with a couple of players. They are Amari Broadnax-Perry, who's a senior. I'm assuming a point guard. Yes. Is that right, Amari? Yes. And then Jay Sean Irby, who's a returning starter. He's also a senior. We'll get to you guys in a moment. Rodney, thanks for hanging out with us. Tell us your take. You've been here, sitting here listening to the questions. So your take on last year, what went right, what you lost, and what's your take on this year so far?
I'm Coach Rodney Jackson at Center Point High School. Last year, my first year at Center Point High School, we won 3 games, and it's a process. I inherited a 0-29 team.
Wow.
And this year, we'll be expecting to win some games. My area is Cornerstone, Springville, and Hayden. Corner, my fault.
Yeah.
And Hayden was a good team, and we vibing for the top spot in the area.
So what did you find? Obviously 0-29.
Mm-hmm.
What did you find when you got there? We're not dinging anybody. Just honestly, what did you find? What are you trying to implement?
The kids, they work hard. They're aggressive, and I put them in a system, and they work hard. And my guys, Amari and Jay Sean, they're starters, returning starters, and they galvanize the troops, and I galvanize the troops. And practice is wonderful. They play hard, physical, and I appreciate them guys. Yeah.
What was missing when you got there? Was it playing hard and interest in the program and all
Shooting.
kind of- shooting?
Shooting. They play hard. We don't score.
Skill.
Yeah,
Right,
we
right.
don't score. And Coach Bernard, my assistant coach, Coach Palmer, my assistant coach, we work really hard in the summer. Skills. Alabama High School, non-sports. You got 2 hours in the afternoon. Cause they work Tuesdays and Thursdays after Labor Day. Cause it's skill work, and I got a strength and conditioning group with my team. Cause we just run. Cause we in shape. We'll play the game today. I mean, we in shape, and cause we looking to play a game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What have you seen so far this year, second year? You've got some of your beliefs and thoughts implemented somewhat. These guys are carrying it. So what do you see so far?
Growth. The young folks said not crashing out. They said, okay, yes sir, no sir. That's it. We go on, and cause they really good mentors to my group.
All right, so Amari, give me your take on that. You were around. I assume you played when it was 0-29, right?
No, sir. No.
Oh, you did play. So what made you go out?
Well, for my previous teams, I was just not getting on varsity last year, so it was my first year, so it was a big awakening for me. So it was a lot for me to do, and once I found it, I pushed my team to it, and we're gonna make it.
What about his coaching style makes
Coaching
you
style.
gravitate towards it?
I feel like he's better from our last coach. He pushed us more. The conditioning from our previous coach was never there. We didn't really condition as much. You know, we just often play 5-on-5 a lot, and
Yeah.
he pushed us to that. So
There's actual drills and a purpose to things. Jay Sean, what's your take on that?
I'm just like my last year was my first year actually like playing basketball, and coming in, I didn't know if I was gonna start or not. I just went out there because my sister asked me to play with her, so I went out there, and I feel like this year we actually play as a team, because like last year I feel like it was just whoever scored. Like it was just like street ball basically. But this year we actually play as a team. We bond, like we gonna play as one, and I feel like that's better from last year.
So Rodney, if I'm playing for you, what am I doing right? What's non-negotiable?
Hey, play hard on defense. Oh, you miss shots, you miss a layup, you miss an assignment. Just play hard for me. Just play hard. And you play hard, you miss that shot, okay. Hey, stop shooting.
Yeah, right.
Just play hard. That's it. And my guys play hard. And I called my wife. I said, man, we had a good practice. Them boy play hard. Okay. I got something going on. Yeah.
But if you have that, you can only get better, right?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
That's the most difficult part,
Yeah.
I think.
Playing hard.
In today's time.
Yes, playing hard, and stay smart. And I say, guys, play smart. Think. Irby, I'd say, Irby, think. He said, oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
It's kind of refreshing, though. These guys, I thought they would say they had played, but they had not played. So
yes,
did you have to get them out? How did you come across
them?
No,
they came.
They just came out?
Yeah, they came. Cause it's a blessing of the Lord. I came to Centerpoint, they came out. And I walked through the halls. I said, hey, you play basketball? Ooh, you tall. And come on. They make a layup. They shoot a jump shot. Yeah, go back to the hallway. Thank you. Yeah. Or I found some diamonds in the rough. And you want to play? They said, yeah, I want to play. Come on. And they play hard. That's it.
Has the interest
grown
in a year now with the high school and the students taking it seriously?
Oh yeah, we got 15 personnel on my JV, and I got 13 personnel on my varsity.
And when you got there, it was what?
I don't know. It's like 8. The JV is like about 10, and they really good players. I don't want to cut anybody. And my football team, we got some kids on the football team. The last game is Thursday. They come out on Monday. I got defensive line. Hey, Coach, you got the point guard? I said, yeah, come on. I mean, it's a good situation.
That's amazing. So what is your feel, not asking you to make predictions, but you should automatically be better, it sounds like.
Yes. I expect to win the area. Go to the playoffs. Every year, I've been in a lot of schools. Escambia, Murphy. I went into Murphy. It was 3-29. My second year, we go to the playoffs. And in Centerpoint, same thing. Every year, go Pike Can, same thing. Second year, go to the playoff. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Amari, what do you think? You got that thought process? Playoffs? That's heavy talk, man, for second year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is heavy talk. I feel like we can do it if we really push ourselves. Me and Jay Sean really push our team to it. We'll make it happen.
Is it a close team?
Yes, sir. Everybody close. The Buns. Yeah, like brother, family, really family.
Do you agree, Jay Sean?
Yes, I agree.
Why is everybody close? I mean, I know you like each other, but
yeah, because I feel like because we all want the same thing. We all want to make it to the playoffs and even just go farther, make a deep run in the playoffs. So I feel like that brought us all close together, and we really just like, I don't know, we just bond. We just bond very well since the summer. So,
that sounds is it kind of mind-boggling to think 2 years ago you don't win a game and now you're talking playoffs and you feel like that's kind of crazy, right?
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing.
I mean, crazy in a good way.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I feel like we can do it. We can achieve it. With the team we have, I feel like it's very possible.
That's great. Tell me a little bit before you go about your schedule philosophy, what you try to do.
Yeah, we got the first game. We got Woodlawn. We playing crosstown rival Pinson. Coach Barber really good. The kids really good.
Oh yeah.
And I expect the fans come out and support my team. We playing different teams: Shelby County, Southeastern, in the area, Corner, Springville, Hayden. Oh man, they good.
Yeah.
And we just mix it up. And guys get confidence, and we play in heavy hitter games like Pinson and Woodlawn.
Right.
And we want to win. I'm telling you, winning is win. That's it. Somebody complain, hey, Hey, just win. Just win. Like Al Davis at the race.
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. That's it.
Rodney, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We wish you the best.
Thank you.
We
Thank
will
you
be
for
at some
having me.
games for Center Point for sure. Center Point boys, Rodney Jackson, Amari Broadnax Perry, Jay Sean Irby. We'll take a break, come back with the Center Point girls next. Jeff Coed TV Basketball Media Days continue. Center Point girls now with the first-year coach, Randall Bruno, as we take a look. Randall there on the left, obviously. To his left, to your right, Jayla Smith, sophomore power forward. And then Cassidy Burrows, who's a point guard, shooting guard. She's a freshman as well. So this will be interesting. Randall, your first year, so I don't have to ask you about last year and everything. So let's talk about what you found when you got this job, interest in the program, and then what you're trying to implement with this program.
I found a great thing. A lot of diamonds in the rough, a lot of little polishing you have to do, but I think we're going to be great. I expect everything to be running smoother this year. With my leader and captain right here, Jayla, she brings all the positivity vibes to the team. So she keeps everybody collected and keeps everybody moving forward to the next thing whenever we have something going on. As far as trying to fill everything out, just having a niche for what the kids need and what they want and what they expect as well. Because, of course, they have the expectations from what they had last year. They want to supersede what they did last year. So just trying to get on board with them and have them on board with me so we can all mesh together.
So was it in pretty good shape when you got there? Or, I mean, you know, you still got to put your stamp on it, right? What you believe in.
Definitely got to put my stamp on it. Not knocking on anything what happened last year.
No,
but
we're not trying to ding anybody.
Just
Right.
pretty much just building from what we have right now. And so I'm building the foundation, and as they say, you build it, it shall come. And so we have what we need, and we're going to continue to build and grow.
So if we're playing for Coach Burno, what do we got to do right?
Effort. All I expect for is effort. Effort, hustle, and being able to just communicate with each other. And also just being able to do what you need to do as far as like when we do anything during practice, just bring it to the game.
What is it about? I had a daughter played athletics. I think it's a unique dynamic coaching girls.
It is.
Give me your philosophy on reaching girls and then, getting them to perform and be cohesive like you want.
So basically, just coming, like I was saying, team from last year. They want to be better than what they are, and just being a student, a reasonable and relatable teacher to the students, they're going to grasp to you anyways, regardless. So once you get that connection, you're already building the bridge to continue to cross over. And so we're always going to be on one accord and being able to do what we need to do as far as like practice, game, or even in the classroom, because first you're a student athlete. And that's what I've been preaching for the most part. You're a student before you're an athlete. And once you get the student pack done, athlete is pretty easy breezy.
Yeah. Let's, Jayla, give me your take. What did you find when Coach Burno comes in here and different things? You played last year? Okay, so tell me the difference and what you've, discovered.
It's definitely a lot more running, a lot more conditioning. He makes sure that, he try to explain it the best way he can. So, instead of, just moving on fast ahead, he try to, make sure we got it before, because he don't want us to mess up in the game. I feel like that he actually has a lot more passion for it, because, not necessarily because he's a male coach, but, he's been doing it longer. Yeah.
So, does that jive with what you want, right? What was needed from the team?
Yes, sir.
Cassidy, you probably weren't on the team last year, were you?
I played up last year.
Oh, you did? So you were eighth grader playing up. Mm-hmm. So tell me your take on what you saw and the difference.
So last year,
we had Coach Hawkins. She was a pretty good coach, but it was like the team wasn't as engaged as it was this year. And Coach Berno, he kind of make us get together more, like bond more over basketball and even personal problems and stuff. So, yeah, I hope this season will be better than
So you're
last.
closer
Mhm.
with your team.
Way closer,
I mean,
yeah.
that's a no-brainer, right? You'd feel like that's important,
Hmm?
I would guess.
Very.
So what do you see on the team this year about the structure and what do you have and all that kind of thing?
Structure is way better than last year, actually, because people are actually paying attention and engaging in what Coach is saying, because Coach don't, like Jayla said, move faster than what normal coaches do. He slow down and take his time to teach us the plays and stuff, so it's way more than I usually have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like teaching moments, Berno.
Yes, sir.
Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Classroom on the court?
Gotta have it.
So give me your basketball philosophy. What do you run? What do you believe in? What's non-negotiables besides effort? You'd already covered that. But
Pretty much up and down the court. As they already mentioned, we've been conditioning a lot, and it's going to continue to grow and get better. And so just having them paying attention to detail, that's the most important part. You got to pay attention to detail because you got to know what you're doing, you got to know what's going on, and you also got to hold your team accountable for their actions and what they have going on the court, on and off the court, actually. So my philosophy, like I said, up and down the court, we try to get it up and down the court so we can get where we need to be aggressive, get to the free throw line whenever we need to, make sure we play some defense.
yeah, but it sounds like there's structure to the aggression.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's not freelance.
Organized chaos, as they call it.
Yeah. Are you deep enough?
Yes, sir.
You feel like? Tell me about the rest of your team.
I have 14 on the team right
Wow,
now,
14.
so we're actually able to scrimmage each other, just do different things and get different looks of what's going on, what we may be seeing or what may come down the pipe later on. So I'm just trying to gear them and prep them and get them ready because it's going to be a great, exciting year this year.
How many can play minutes for you? You think, as of right now? I know that can change in 2 weeks.
Right now, I'm ready. Much as we're conditioning, they're able to play a quarter apiece at least.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you play
I'm gonna-
9 or 10, or
I'm gonna play probably more than likely between 8 and 10.
okay. Your scheduling philosophy.
When I got it, if the schedule was
Oh,
already,
it was already
done
done.
for me.
What
so-
will it be in the future? Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. You couldn't schedule.
so-
What do you think of, and what will it be in the future?
I want to play the big hitters. I want them to see every little aspect of the game possible, whether it's getting your head beat in or doing the opposite and beating somebody's head in. So I just want them to have the luxury of being able to experience all the opportunities that are out there.
So in the future, you'll want to schedule as tough as you can. And
Yes, sir.
Get ready for region. And
Yes, sir.
It's about the postseason. It sounds like,
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about.
or trying to get to it.
That's definitely the case.
Before you go, so tell me what's special about Jayla, and then what's special about Cassidy so far.
Jayla, like I told you, she brings the positivity. That's basically, she's my captain. She's going to be the leader on the team, on the court, on and off the court. Like I said, she communicates. She's funny, charismatic, has all the qualities you would think of a player. Good grades, all the above. And she holds everybody accountable. She makes sure everybody gets in line, gets in check, and whatever needs to be done. Make sure they have their practice jersey on, all the above.
Yeah. What about Cassidy?
Cassidy's, she been under my wing since I walked in the door. I've been hearing a lot about her. I've been waiting to meet her. Finally got her. Now she's welcome and ready to go. But Cassidy, she's positive, but she takes the initiative to put in the work. She don't mind putting in the work. She's real scrappy. So I need that from everyone. Everybody to be scrappy on one page so we can be able to just mesh and move on
Do you have any
throughout the
seniors?
season.
Do you have any seniors?
I have one
One. So a young team.
senior.
Young team, very young team. Everybody is pretty much 9th and 10th graders.
That'll pay off though.
It will
one day, right?
That's why I said if they get their head beat in this year, it's okay. But guess what? They're gonna turn around and do it the next year because they're juniors and they got experience.
That's good stuff. Well, we appreciate you guys coming up and hanging out with us.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Randall Burno, Jayla Smith, Cassidy Burrows with the Center Point girls. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and it'll be Pinson Valley next. Welcome back. Live streaming here, Jeff Coed TV, Scott Griffin, and our basketball media days going on. Pinson Valley boys, they got to the state championship last year. Coach Daryl Barber there. Of course, we have our players to his left and to your right as you view it. Pritchett here, the senior, and Jalen Pritchett. Quay Lynch, right here, also a senior. So we'll start with you, Coach. Obviously, an amazing run last year, got hot at the right time, get to the playoffs, get to the championship game. It just wasn't meant to be, but an amazing year. You don't ever feel like it, but as you reflect back, I'm sure now you look at it and go, wow, we were really special.
Most definitely. First of all, I appreciate you all for having us out.
Yes, sir.
And like you said, it was an amazing run considering that we lost arguably one of the top players in the country before the season. And all season long, we heard we were undersized, but that never mattered to us. These guys just bought into the program. And ironically, I've been blessed to win a couple of state titles, and we didn't win this one, but this is probably the most special group that I've coached in the past. This past
year?
Yes, sir.
Why was that?
Because they bought into the program. It was no me guys. They were very scrappy, as a matter of fact, and just doing the little things they need to do it, and didn't ignore all the talk that we heard about us being too small and we couldn't beat so-and-so.
Right.
Yeah.
But you guys, and I don't have to ask you what your mantra is because this is defending. You guys were off the charts defending. I'm sure that was the main part.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I talk to them all the time. On offense, I kind of give them a little freedom.
Yeah.
Just got to give it to me on the defensive end. And like I say, they bought into it.
You're going to be in every game. I mean, you proved that last year.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So besides defense, if I'm playing for Coach Barber, what am I doing?
Well, it just depends on you.
So it's
we're going to
individual.
scout. Yeah, we're going to scout. We play different styles. I don't really go into the things having a philosophy because we can go up tempo, we can slow it down, we can run continuity, we can go quick hitters. We're just going to do our homework on you, and hopefully you do the same on us.
So whoever's coming out and who's ever in the program as it matures.
Yeah, we have regenerative.
As I say, you got that deep enough Rolodex to do whatever, right?
For sure, yeah. We have, I call it regenerative leadership. We have 7th and 8th graders on JV, and it's just ongoing.
So what about this team? It'll be different.
The guy to my far left not being here on opening day because he's been working extremely hard. He suffered a serious accident 2 Fridays ago, and it's a blessing for him to be here today. He's actually a week ahead of schedule on when he's supposed to get released from the hospital. But again, these guys, with Jalen here being the leader and Quay being the leader, now he's back, but they're buying in as well. We're young, but these guys are a little different. They don't really look at the age and the moment and the lights. They're ready. We have 7 sophomores on 1 freshman on varsity, along with just 4 seniors.
But they've been there, seen it, and as you know, success breeds success.
Exactly.
So I'm sure, and look, you reach your team as well as anybody. I saw that last year doing a couple of games. But you can only do so much, as you know. Players have to reach other players. These guys got that in them, that DNA.
Most definitely. They do a great job of it. They're an extension of myself, and a lot of times I'll go to them and ask them questions about what they think about certain situations. And they're just great leaders on and off the court.
Is that to give them ownership? This is their deal, right?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah. Jalen.
Yes, sir.
Give me your take on last year and then whoever you lost and coming back this year and just the mindset, what you see in practice, different things.
Well, last year, to me, I think the season was a success. Even though we didn't win the state championship, even though we didn't get to the goal,
I still think last year was a success. Even though, like you said, losing to highly one of the top kids in the country. So, but this year though, I feel like we got a lot of young guys that's ready to step up to that role. And then we 4 seniors. Even though it's Quay's out, we still gotta take on that toe and do whatever we got to do to win, especially for him.
Yeah. So last year, when you lose a guy, what galvanized about you to make it go, all right, it's us against the world. We're going to do this.
We got to step up because everybody counted us up.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So that was it. That was the motivation that
we got to.
And I would add number 4 last year, Austin Connor. He was most definitely. He took on the role and he put us on his back and he just said, "Coach, we're not going to lose," and he showed that.
Yeah, he's got that DNA too. Quay, let's talk to you a little bit about last year, this year. What your take on that was?
I feel like last year we came more closer as a team than we was all the other years. After one of the top players left, I feel like everybody took on a different role, and it just made us a stronger team. And this year, I feel like we got to do the same things that we did last year and just continue just to be that team and just to be a defensive team. And then on the offensive end, just run our plays and just go through our sets and just be a good team.
Did that come from Coach Barber about, hey, man, we lost dude, but we've got to galvanize together, or was it just kind of understood by everybody?
I feel like it was understood by everybody. I feel like we all came together and just took on different roles.
Did you surprise yourself with the success last year, or not really?
You
kept winning. It was like, wow, we keep winning here.
Not really.
Not really?
Okay.
All right, tell me about your personal journey. You hope to be back in a couple of weeks, or what's the latest?
Try to be back by January.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
By region time. That's a good goal to have. Pass it to Jalen again. Your take on, did that come from Barber, or you guys figured it out pretty good? As far as galvanizing last year to get going.
We figured it out. I think it was after the Jasper game when it was like, oh yeah, we got it. We unbeatable. But, got to the state championship game and, it just wasn't us.
Yeah. But so what do you see this year so far?
We got that grit. And it's like, we just even though we small, we got that grit. We got a lot of heart. A lot of heart. So that's what it's gonna come down to in the games and just overall, this is what it's gonna come down to.
Barber, I see why you brought him, by the way.
Oh yeah.
to the press briefing.
That's who he is.
Is that the way you were as a player? What's happening here?
I was more of a coach on the floor. I was undersized, so that's why size doesn't matter.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, most definitely. I think out of all the state titles I've won, I've never had a true big man, so it doesn't matter. I'd rather have a 5'11" dog than a 6'7" puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where do you think that comes from? Again, it's a tough part of town. It's blue collar. It's kind of instilled in the family. No, the guys you're coaching. You know what I mean?
I believe that they buy in. They say they take on ownership of the coaches. These guys come from, I would say, tough backgrounds, but they have great families. My thing is, you can have these guys that's so tough off the court. I'd rather you be tough on the court. Yeah. And they know how to make that transition. These are great student athletes off the court. Amazing to be around. But when they get inside the lines, and like you said, especially this kid, it's no holds barred.
So when do you know how far to push a guy? Because every coach has to know, right? And your team's really good when you know I can push this dude, right? You're laughing because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I think it's just called growth, being in coaching on all levels the last 26 years, 17 as a head coach. It would be a point in time where I didn't care. I would just chew you out, and I had to grow and understand each kid needed to be coached different. Now, I'm not going to change, but I know I may be able to push and say anything to JP. And he's just going to look at me and say, yes, sir, coach. Whereas some other kids, I may have to pull them aside and show tough love. And then we spend a lot of time together. Lockie is going to church. I say that all the time. The behind the scenes is what really helped that. So if you come to a game and you see me acting the fool on the sideline and you don't know me, you're gonna say, man, that guy's but you just don't know the inside and the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like my son.
Right. But you've got to build that credibility with
For sure.
your team.
Remember what I said, it started as regenerative leadership, so a lot of it there around the program as a young age. So
Yeah. So that's invaluable. So if it goes right, the potential of this team, without braggadocious, just real.
No, I'm always be real if you don't know me.
Yeah.
But first of all, I think, our area is tough. Gardendale returns a lot.
Sure.
Shout out to Gardendale. They're going to be good. Clay is always tough. So our area with Hazel Green in the region, it's going to be tough. But my coaching career and everything has always been tough, so it's nothing new. I'm sure they're counting us out again. This is the third year in a row we've, quote-unquote, lost our top player. So if you're still doubting Darryl Barber coach's team, then something's wrong with you.
Yeah. And the last year's success should help that, right? I
You would think.
Yeah. There's no impossible ask,
Not at all.
so to speak. You guys agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Quay, one final question for you. So what are you doing now to get ready? Is it just rehab and different things and
Yes,
getting the
sir.
strength back, all that kind of stuff?
Yes, sir. I started therapy yesterday, and I start therapy with the actual hospital next week. So just trying to do therapy and just get my legs back stronger.
Yeah, but you're not worried about him, are you, Darryl? I mean,
As far as what?
about coming back and the work ethic and
I'm worried about him more as a person.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and making sure he's 100% healthy, but he's already defied the odds, so I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah. Well, good luck this year. We'll be doing some of your games, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
That's Darryl Barber, Jalen Pritchett, Quay Lynch, seniors and the head coach. Of course, they were in the championship game last year. We'll take a very brief break. We'll come back with the Pinson Valley girls next.
Thank you all.
Our last one before the lunch break here, the Pinson Valley girls and the head coach Tamara Gills is here with some of her team. Tamia Williams, Mimi, they call her, the senior there. Jalea Anderson Power, also a senior, and then Amaya Daly Wallace, a senior. So a bunch of seniors here. Tamara, thanks for coming over today. So we always start with just your take from last year's team. Give us a feel for that, how it went, what you lost, and your overview for this year.
Last year was not the year we anticipated. It was a pretty good season. Like, this is my third year at Pinson Valley as head coach this year. We started off pretty good, and as the season went in, it's like, we didn't show the grit that we wanted to show. This year, I think it's totally different. Took a different approach to everything, far as conditioning-wise, far as the weight room, the conditioning and how we do it. I'm starting to see the difference in practice now with the conditioning. My motto is I always want to be mentally and physically tougher than my opponents. I think we to the physical part, and then we're working on the mental part of the game of basketball, because we all know basketball is a very challenging sport.
Mm-hmm.
These three seniors I brought with me when I came in, they were sophomores. They've been with me the 3 years since I've been here. I've seen tremendous growth in all of them. Tamia is going to play a different role, which is point guard, and everybody knows that's challenging. But she is taking on the challenge of being a point guard. She's being very coachable and learning the game. Sometimes she had those days where she get frustrated. I talk to her, and she come right back around the next day of practice and change. I do have a backup point guard, which is a 7th grade. It's pretty good, but I can't start a 6A with a 7th grade point guard. So to me, we had a talk, and she said, "Okay, coach, I'll be the point guard." And then I think she liked it, because when people say, "What position you play?" PG.
So obviously they bought in the most from you in their third year, your third year. So what did they buy into? What did you have to sell when you got there?
Working hard. You have to work hard at it. It's just the culture. Kids just like things very easy. Like if I try something, I'm good at it, I'm gonna do it. If I try something I'm good at it, I want to shut down.
persevering, pushing through it. So they bought into the working hard. Sometimes we have practice, and to me, they did a wonderful job. And after practice, and most of the time, be defense stuff, they just standing there like, whoo, whoo, like. But they see it, and so as the last 3 years, like I said, I've seen each one of them working hard, showing leadership. They're not very talkative. They don't talk, but they action. And so the younger players see how hard they work. So in their heads, when I become a senior, I still have to work hard. Because some people think when they become a senior, I'm a senior, I don't have to do it. But they show it each and every day in practice. So I think that was just the effort and the energy in working hard.
So we're going to have them talk now. So Mimi, you agree with that? And what did you find in those 3 years getting used to Coach Gills?
I had to learn that it takes hard work. It's hard, like it's not easy at all, especially coming from like losing. We was used to losing, so like when she came in, it was just like we used to it already, but she brought in the winning culture and we want to win now and work hard, and just we see that working hard is really helping us and bringing the best out of us.
What made you buy in originally?
I don't know. It's just like when I first got there, I instantly loved Coach Gills. Like some days, now I do have my days when I be mad at Coach Gills, but I do love her, and I know that she loves us. And you could just tell, like it was just a different atmosphere with her coming around. She just hard on us, and I know being hard on us is what it takes because first time I might not listen. So.
Jalea, what's your take on that? You can pass the mic to her.
When Coach Gills came in, it was just like we wasn't used to it. All the running and stuff we didn't do that with our last coach. So it just took a lot, and we just had to give in to her.
What made you gravitate towards that, though?
To see that
you don't
she
have
was-
to play basketball, right? So.
Yeah, to see that she was just very passionate about it. It just made me want to give in more. To see that she really loves the sport as much as she says she does, it just helps us give in more.
Do you agree, Amaya?
I feel that when Coach Gills came in my 10th grade year, I feel like she kind of like reconstructed the whole program, because like we wasn't used to like actual like stuff that it takes to win in basketball, and we had to learn and buy into learning to be able to change the culture around the program.
They've got to buy in. I mean, and it sounds like they have for 3 years. So now what? What's the next step?
Winning.
Seeing success, right? So if you're successful this year, what's going to happen?
It's not all about success, but our goal is, like most coaches and players come up here and say we want to win a state championship. We just want to win a championship, area championship, regional championship, and then be able to play for a state championship. And like Coach Barber said earlier, our area, when I first got here, our area was Clay and Mortimer Jordan. Both teams was ranked top 10 the whole year. Last year is Clay and Gardendale. Gardendale have everyone coming back, and Clay have their best two pieces coming back. So it's going to be hard, But outside of our non-area play, we're going to be successful, and that's going to get us prepared for January. So when we face those opponents, we're going to be ready. It's going to be a different task. I promise that it will, because these girls are ready. They're bought in, and they have the younger girls that's also ready to buy in.
So it sounds like you schedule tough.
I'm with Pinson Valley Boys, so we don't have a choice, No, I'm just.
He's got to ask your opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say that. Coach Barber always asks, Coach, you want to play? Coach, I play. And I've never been I don't run. I be like, put them down, Coach. I want to play. Because to be the best, you got to beat the best, So I'm not going to run for anybody. I'm not trying to get wins. So we'll play a tough schedule, and that'll get us ready for our area play.
Well, you got any, and I forgot to ask Coach Barber, holiday tournaments you're doing? Or?
Yeah, we the She Got Game. That's a big tournament in Atlanta, Georgia. We was fortunate to get in that tournament. I'm looking forward to it. And so, in Thanksgiving, we'll be going to Northridge. I don't have no pre-Christmas tournament.
I got you. So, what's your philosophy with the team? You play fast, like he can do pretty much anything, and obviously you've got to adapt to whatever
Right.
you have
What
on
they
your
have.
team.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's like everybody want to play fast, but play what I have. This year we're gonna play fast. And no, we're playing fast. Like we're gonna play fast, very defense. That's all we've been practicing all week. Defense, and so up and down press. That's our goal to play this year.
How many can get on the court right now?
I
think you got 8 to 10 or
8. I
8?
got a good 8, possibly 9. That's 8 is good. So I got kind of 9. So I do have 8 girls that put on the floor right now, subbing in comfortably, and I have 1 that's getting ready.
Do you like how fast you guys play and the style and how it fits you guys?
I think fast play fits us because, I mean, like, we are a very fast team. So I think fast play fits us. But sometimes we might need to slow it down sometimes because when we do play fast, sometimes we get to making mistakes.
Yeah.
And we'll have to adjust to them.
Control fury, right? Jalea, you like the fast play?
Yes, I feel like playing fast is better than playing slow because you need to be able to get up and down the court. So playing fast is good.
Is it more fun?
Yes.
Everybody likes it. Mimi, what do you think? And now you're the point guard, so it kind of starts with you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like to play fast. I really don't like to play slow at all. Coach always have to tell me to calm down and relax because I just know one pace and that's going fast. But at times you do need to slow down and run the plays and make sure everybody's in position.
So tell me the story about when she approached you about being the point guard. That's a different responsibility.
During the summer, I seen it coming because we lost our 2 point guards. One graduated and then one didn't come back. I seen it coming. I had been running from it. She had always told me to like work on my ball handling, especially my left hand. And I just knew I had to take on the role for Coach Gibbs. You know, she said it's finna be her last year. She going out with us, so I was just like, I got to take on this responsibility.
This summer you worked on
Yes,
left
sir.
hand, left hand.
I'm still working on it, but
Yeah, but I'm sure you gotten better. How did you work on it?
I got a trainer. Train with Coach Q from Clay.
Yeah. You feel like you're ready for a special year for yourself?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm ready, but we still got to keep working. We ain't done yet.
Yeah. You got to like the mentality, Coach Gills. I mean, you know, it always fits, right? And I'm sure Barbara would say the same thing. When you have a special team, there's a special buy-in, right? Is that your experience?
Yeah, I always preach to them. You know, basketball to me is the longest sport. We start in August, go all the way to February, pick back up for summer play.
Yeah.
And so you have to have a family culture as well. And so I preach together as we a family, you know, we all together, you know. So that helps too, like I said, going different things, bonding, you know, we spend a lot of time together. Just going places, like we have a bonding coming up. We got to talk. Normally, I talk to my team. What we want to do. They'll say we're gonna do this, and so, and then everybody just buy into it. It's whatever. Parents, you know, great parents, great parents. I don't say something one time, it's done. You know, so that's a good feeling to have as a head coach. You have players that buy in as well as the parents buy in, and then you have your community that's also is buying in.
Yeah, and I ask all the time about team liking each other because I think it's important, especially in girls' sports.
Yes.
But the coach has to like the team.
Yes.
I'm sure you've had teams like, I don't really like my team, right? I've heard coaches say that 100 times. You know, I mean, that's important.
That's true. That's true.
I'm sure that comes from them understanding what you're trying to get out of them and how you're positioning them to win games and be the best they can be.
Correct. I have 2 assistant coaches started this year with me, and they say all the time after practice, Coach, we have a good group of girls. They're just so good, you know. And it's like, yeah, they are, and it's good to have. And sometimes we say it to them, they're probably looking like, but that's my expectation, is being honest. You know, we going together. No one's bigger than the team. We all in it, even myself. We all in it together. And sometimes we'll be in practice. I might do something. One of the players might call me out on it. Accountability. Nothing wrong with that. It's a family thing, you know. And so I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
That's
This
good.
group.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. We'll
Thank
be doing
you.
some of your
And
games.
thank you for having us.
Again, Amaya, Jalea, Mimi, Tamia, and Tamara Gills. So, good luck. will
Thank
be at
you.
some of your games.
All
Pinson
right.
Valley girls. We'll take a break for lunch. We'll come back. We got a lot more schools to get into, so we'll be back about 1 o'clock here on the live stream.